That's hard. It's really hard.
So hard.
It's really hard.
Not as hard as trying to pick up Yesh and put him in a car, but let me tell you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I mean, have you seen the muscles on that man? Good luck picking him up.
Car.
Getting a phone call.
Alright, he's getting a phone call. Whatever you say,
made out
it
of
doesn't
piss.
matter because I like the person who made it. That's too true. That's too true, Fias. I think Kronos is really gonna appreciate that message. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be true for when, like, the Born Again video comes as well. Kronos, someone in chat just said, the first chat message I got said, whatever you say, it doesn't matter because I like the person who made it.
I like the person who runs Nintendo, therefore it's okay. But also, since we've just started and we're still technically waiting for Yes to show his fattest up, I will take this opportunity to go take a shit and get some snacks.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something else real quick. What's up, Tag?
Ew, Tag. Ew.
Ew, Tag.
Ew.
Primezilla says, all I'm gonna say is PJ is correct.
Thank you.
Hey.
Starkstar asked, what is better, the Switch or the PS4? So
None.
we're definitely gonna have a talk about like what the Switch 2 has to. Or wait, do you mean Switch 2 or the Switch? Because from what I can tell, the PS4 is better than the Switch. If we're talking about the Switch 1. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about how it compares to other consoles as we go forward. How are we boys? We're doing well, Matt Hudson.
Doing well.
I just got back from eating Chipotle or something.
Get me in. All right, let's get Dom in. Let's get Dom in.
No!
No.
I don't want to.
I don't want that.
Open your door.
I don't want that.
You're gonna allow
I'm a
Tom
little
to come in
baby.
and you're gonna let him.
Speaking of fans, my fan is not on.
Aren't you supposed to have
What
two
is
fans
that?
on and be sweating?
Yellow.
Shut up, dude. I'm gonna be known that in my grave, dude. That's gonna be my fucking headstone.
All I gotta say is PC's better than every other console on the planet.
I agree.
Are you still
That's
mad
all I'll say.
about are you still mad that I killed you in Left 4 Dead 2?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. It's okay. I'll get my revenge soon.
First off,
Revenge.
but you were more angry at Lewis than you were at Dom. Like, let's be for real.
You're still a piece of shit for that. I still remember that.
Yeah, you are though.
You
are,
killed Tag. You're fucking no better than me. You're no better
You're no
than
better
me.
than me, SK. You
Tag.
killed Tag. Bro, he was right though. He was
SK
right. He
is
was
joining
cooking.
the console wars. The console wars are fat. That's all I'm gonna say.
The console wars are so stupid.
Like,
This
that's
is
why I do
not EFAP.
participate.
Well, I hope it's not EFAP. Everyone disliked this stream.
Oh. Like that's like that
Bless
is
you.
one of the biggest insults.
Thank
I would hope this isn't EFAP. Like, why?
No, that's a
would you compare us
compliment.
to that?
That's a
Oh.
compliment. That's not.
So, wouldn't that mean one of us here is racist?
Not it.
SK, have
That's
you
me,
seen
by the way.
the Devil May Cry Netflix series? I haven't seen that yet, but I may at some point.
Well, I'm
Dude,
a glass
everyone-
of wine, so well, I'm a glass of wine. I could just be racist towards humans. So
Everyone does. I'm a
Bootneck
dog.
says, instead of buying a Switch 2, build a PC. Yeah, that seems like a pretty logical
On
option.
God, dude. On God, dude.
I would if I was made out of money.
Also,
Primezilla.
Sega does what Nintendo don't. Damn.
Yep. Facts.
Uh-huh.
So, sell your channel for a Switch 2 SK. It's better investment than your over anal nitpicking and media analysis.
What the fuck?
He's
Dude,
joking.
At least
He's
Sega
joking.
had Dude, at least Sega had the balls to like return to some of their franchises that have been kind of dormant, and they're like bringing them back.
Yes, Jet Set Radio. I'm so excited.
Crazy Taxi,
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Dude, the
Fully
console
3D Streets of
versus PC wars back in the day, that was hilarious. when it was still like a thing.
Oh yeah,
And, like, how Rags got his start.
yeah, the shit you were sending in the fucking in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
chat
it was so
earlier.
funny.
I cannot believe he unironically acts like that.
Each thumbnail, he looks like he's just like going like spiraling into the fucking
spiraling.
Madness. Literally each thumbnail, he looks like he's a lunatic. He's gonna put himself in a fucking mental asylum. There's like some weird angle with like a stressed face.
Like, dude, that's me with every single video or like a YouTube short Vsauce puts out.
Damn.
I love Vsauce. Vsauce is awesome.
Like, he looks like he's on the verge of having a mental breakdown and like killing some people.
Well, that's what makes it great. It's like, where are your fingers?
And literally about that NoobTube gamer guy, like literally, my non-existent Tiki toe could scare him like into submission.
Damn.
So like he's trying to act all tough, like he won that debate against Rags. Like,
it's such a funny thing to look back at. It's just like seeing, I am the console king.
Yeah, like, dude, that's not a Medal of Honor you want to be wearing.
I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure he was trolling in that part of it. That part would seem like a troll. I like that PZ guy. He seems cool.
You can never be too sure.
I don't know. I heard.
Right.
Oh wait. PC better. I disagree strongly. Interesting.
Really?
Why would?
What a weirdo.
Yeah. What's better about the Nintendo consoles than PC?
Last time I checked, you can't have shaders in Xbox of Minecraft.
Well, it's interesting, like, cause we look at the Nintendo Switch 2, and in the presentation, they're like, oh yeah, we went from 720p to 1080p on the handheld thing. It's like, oh great,
That shit's so stupid.
we just got to 1080p.
Oh well, it was 720, like dog.
Airborne just said, PJ, stop being a Nintendo show for 5 seconds challenge.
Airborne, stop projecting, please. I know you want to Switch 2. You said it in call multiple times. You and Captain are shilling for Nintendo. It's okay. You don't have to project that to me. PC number 1, baby.
Damn.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Because I'm Hispanic.
It's 2025 and you still have to pay online. I completely agree. That is inexcusable. I saw the Nintendo like online thing where it's like, oh, the online mode or the online chat thing, whatever. I thought, yeah, that's like really good features they're putting in. But then it's like, oh no, you need a membership. It's like, okay, so we need to pay to have online features. It's like,
dude, not even just that. It's literally reskinned Discord, and like the gameplay there was like super laggy.
I actually thought it was Discord at first when they showed that. I thought it was like, oh, you can put Discord up on when you're doing like games, like you can have that as like an open tab. But if it's like their own thing, then like yeah, it very much feels like Discord. But still, it's just, again, why? That is such a lame thing to do. It's like Discord, but you have to pay for it. It's like, okay, great, thank you.
And plus, I had told Captain when we both watched the direct that same day. I told him that
Discord, but you have to pay for it. What's happening?
So Nintendo has an online feature where you can like talk with your friends and shit, but it's behind a paywall. You have to pay for a membership thing, and the features are literally literally Discord. It's just
Discord, bro.
But that's not even.
It's literally reskinned Discord.
Yeah, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that knowing Nintendo's like netcode, like because anytime you play a Nintendo game online, it's terrible because it'll literally be bound to fucking play like a fucking Microsoft point.
Oh yeah, the screen share is bad. The screen share is bad. You have to.
Yeah, like
they showed in the presentation that the screen share is laggy, but you're forced to pay for it anyway. It's like, what? We are paying for a worse version of Discord. That's what they're making us do.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I'm
Dude, how do
alright.
you do that?
It's because I know why they did it. It's because they want to be Xbox Live and be like the PlayStation Network type shit. But the thing is, like even then, like people don't even use that anymore. Like they just hop on fucking Discord, or you just go on WhatsApp and just call them and be like, all right, let's fucking kill these guys, and that's it. Like it's stupid.
On God, dude.
On God,
No, they gotta paywall everything. How much you want to bet they paywall like their employees' salaries behind, a paywall?
They probably did.
They would do that.
They would do that.
On God,
You
in
want your
Ohio.
PTO? You gotta pay this much amount of money, like to us weekly.
See,
or monthly.
here's my theory about the Switch 2. I feel like people, like two of the employees on Nintendo who either worked on the Switch 2 or just like fucking did some stupid shit with the Switch 2, they made a bet with the head, being like, all right, who could kill the hype for the Switch 2 faster? That's my theory.
It's saying, if they're gonna do this, only have the users pay for extra features. What extra features would the users have to pay for?
Like, what extra fee? You want more paywalls on?
We don't.
on
There shouldn't.
what?
Here's the problem, right? There really shouldn't be a paywall to just do basic things you can do on Discord, but better.
But also, we already have to pay for like bullshit like Nintendo Switch Online and like the whole fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
the online service I
Fucking
heard
goofy.
is not that hot or not that good.
It's yeah.
Yeah,
And-
this
and not
is
to
why I
mention the
think it's so
whole Nintendo
anti-consumer.
Classics thing.
Yeah, it's why I think it's so anti-consumer when consoles are just like, oh, you want to play this game online? Well, on top of the Wi-Fi that you're already paying for, pay for our subscription service, just so you can play things online. It's like, okay, great.
Play some of our classics that you've probably played before or never got a chance to with like worse emulation, I think.
Yeah.
Well, like, also,
I mean-
going back to what we talked about with the features and, like, the calls or whatever, it's like, yeah, a lot of people on PlayStation, they just go on Discord, like, on the PlayStation. They also just, like, yeah, what incentive do I have to even buy that when I could just be like, alright, I'm gonna call people on Discord and, have them on the side while I play this Nintendo game.
Yeah, like screen share.
Yeah.
Yeah. The price for this is pre-tariffs, by the way. Yeah, that's a good point as well. So it's gonna be even, like, worse with the tariffs.
It's gonna be horrendous with the tariffs.
Oh, like, and not even just that. I did some math, like adding up like the Switch itself, the dock, a Pro controller, and some of the accessories. That comes a little over $880 total.
Yeah, I agree, Outsider Jess. Everything is a damn subscription service these days. I really don't like that. I want to just own stuff.
Dude, Nintendo is dead ass the company that would charge you just to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to breathe oxygen? Like give us some money.
Yeah. Crazy.
Then again, Disney would do the same thing too.
Counterpoint, the Switch
That-
1 is available.
Yeah, I've been.
I guess, yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, like, what are the big differences between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 that really make, I guess the Switch 1, the Switch 2, stand out as an improvement?
Not that much, to be honest.
Because, like, they do add, like, good hardware stuff, I'll give them that. Like, they give more options for, like, the USB plugs. They have, like, a built-in microphone. They've, like, improved speakers and stuff. That's cool stuff.
Although my microphone's probably gonna sound like shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to see, I guess. They've made it
Yeah,
bigger
the 4K,
for sure.
60 FPS, and even 120 FPS. Like, there is that.
Yeah.
If that's true.
Yeah, for sure. I guess something that and maybe I need to play it just to see for myself. But the Joy-Cons look kind of awkward to just play on their own. Like you're just playing one Joy-Con. I don't know. It doesn't feel as, I guess, comfortable as.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan
The
of the Pro
Wii?
controller. It's more traditional, but it's more of what I'm used to.
Yeah.
The
Nintendo would make
controller
half
all
the
way.
buttons unusable unless you buy the full button access subscription.
No, I would 100% believe that.
Wow. It's the same company that deletes fan projects? That's lame. That's really lame.
And also emulators, like ROMs, and also
Smash
like,
tournaments.
Oh yeah, Smash tournaments, and they screwed over one hacker who now owes his income to them for the rest of his life.
That's
Like pretty much.
Everyone says this is gonna let other companies feel okay making $100 games, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's another thing I don't like, the pricing of the
It's gonna have
games.
a ripple effect, and that's horrible.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's okay if people are still buying the games, they're still invested in it. Yeah, let's just raise it to 100.
No, that's gonna impact their sales. They're gonna go the EA route, and you never ever want to go down the EA route. Under any
Counterpoint, McDonald's is
circumstances.
paying $20 an hour. That's crazy.
That's for you, SK.
Fuck you, PJ.
For the McDonald's warrior.
Don't assume shit. Don't assume shit.
Hyena.
But we don't have to assume it's true. To assume it's true.
Look, don't assume shit onto me, okay?
Hyena ass love.
Who had the hyena ass laugh? Was that PJ?
No,
No.
the hyena ass laugh was Mosquito.
Oh.
Fucking.
$80 US for the base game. That's like the price of a deluxe games a few years ago. Whew. GTA 6 Deluxe
Oh, yeah.
Edition about to be $150. That would be crazy.
Dude, GTA 6 is gonna be like fucking $200 or $160.
Damn.
That's if it's on Nintendo.
So City of Ember says,
Oh,
hey,
well.
at least Nintendo isn't making bad games like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's okay. It's
So
That is
So?
that is
irrelevant,
not
bro.
an accomplishment that,
That
they're
is
not making
irrelevant.
bad
That is
games.
Okay.
so irrelevant.
The
Okay,
bar is
and you know what they
subterranean.
made? Okay, that's fine. You know what they made? They made Paper Mario Sticker Star, which is considered like the worst Paper Mario game ever.
Damn.
So it's like
They're also
it doesn't fucking matter.
responsible for Hotel Mario, but that's another story.
Hotel Mario's peak. Hotel Mario's.
They also made Luigi's Mansion, right, Dom?
Yep. mhm. We don't talk
It was
about
so
that though.
successful, dude. It was so successful. I got 2 sequels.
Damn.
Ugh.
Also, from a soft game only on the Switch is cringe as fuck. Yeah, like the Switch 2, genuinely, I don't like think there's enough improvements to really justify this being like the next generation of consoles, especially since like I look at the storage of this thing, it's like 256 gigabytes of storage, which is even less than the PS4, and I struggle to keep a lot of games on PS4. So
I mean,
Yeah.
so what?
you can imagine how
So
annoying
what,
it'd
you
be
need
on
to buy,
Nintendo
like, an
Switch
external
2.
SD? But so what? You need to buy like an external SD or SSD for more storage here.
Yeah, like I want to know because like they're obviously like making these games bigger, and like yeah, it's gonna be larger in scale. So I'm curious, like how much storage is the new Donkey Kong game going to be, or Mario Kart World? What's the storage looking like for those games?
That's a good question.
Like, do they
all I
tell us
know-
this?
No, they don't. All we know is like the prices. Donkey Kong's
Yeah.
gonna be like 10.
I'm
bucks
curious.
cheaper than
Mario
Kart.
Kart 8 storage size. How much was that? It was
Oh,
6.7.
also, not even just-
Okay.
Dude, not even just that. The upgrades that like certain Switch 1 games are gonna get, you have to pay extra. Like you don't get the upgrades for free, like the Switch 2 upgrades.
57. Okay, on the Nintendo Switch. Okay. What about Super
gosh.
Mario Odyssey storage size? Curious on that as well. 5.7. Okay. So I guess Nintendo games are like not as, they don't seem as big as the other games I've been getting on PlayStation and stuff. But still, it's like that is not a lot of
It's kind of,
storage.
it's kind of impressive sometimes how they're able to compress all that shit and
Hmm.
still have them look good.
Well, I guess, hold up. Sonic Frontiers Nintendo Switch storage size? Because I know that one was quite.
No one bought that game on Switch. Let's be real.
No, yeah, no one. I don't think anyone did. 10.4 gigabytes. Okay. Is it different across platforms? Let me see. Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, it is.
So for PlayStation, it's like 23 or 24 gigs. Okay, so it's just big. Yeah, so okay, so essentially, I'm guessing because the Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2 aren't as powerful as those other consoles. It's just the games are gonna be less like heavy in storage because of that. Which I guess that's just another thing that I don't really like about the modern Nintendo consoles. It's like, yes, they have exclusive games, but they don't have like improved consoles to the level of like Sony and Microsoft are putting out. Like, it's not even comparable, which I think is kind of lame.
Yeah.
Plus, you also kind of have to factor in like updates and patches too.
Yeah, that too. What, Sonic Frontiers? I bought Sonic Frontiers on Switch. That's shocking.
Oh. Like, you should have gotten it on
Sucks to be you, dude.
consoles.
Never forget the hella compressed Mortal Kombat games on Switch. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what
Oh,
is the...
dude.
I'm curious. Did the
Idiot.
compression, like eat into the quality of the games? Like, what happened?
Yes, dude. MK1 looks fucking
my
awful on
God.
Switch. Look at it.
It was
Damn.
atrocious
Alright, I'm gonna look it up.
looking.
It looks fucking
MK1
terrible.
Nintendo Switch. Alright, let's see.
Just look at the images.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm looking at Google
No joke.
Images. My god.
Everything looks so unfinished.
It does.
But I think Nintendo's main problem too when it comes to like games being ported to the Switch One is that they don't have any access to like the same graphical stuff as like Nintendo does because of course Nintendo made it, but at the same time, if you like, it just comes to the point where all the games that look good on other consoles just look like shit on Switch specifically. Especially, it's worse if they're exclusives made by other companies with Nintendo's blessing. Like
yeah,
Bayonetta,
so I guess the way they make, I guess the storage, like, that's so weird. The way we justify the storage, the little amount of storage they give is, well, they make the games worse, so of course it's less storage. It's like, I feel like that's just not a great reflection of the console if it makes those games look significantly worse.
And play worse too.
Yeah.
look worse.
Oh, by the way, Yesh says he'll be here in 5.
Awesome. Yeah, like Yesh was like, this is a console that he's just the first Nintendo console that he's straight up not gonna buy. And I looked at the the presentation. I'm like, yeah, I can totally see why he's saying this. Like, I feel like this brought the least amount of change and differing experiences in the all of their console like generations. Because obviously, like the Wii brought plenty of like new stuff. And even though like the Wii's obviously cheaper, in terms of like its hardware, it doesn't perform as well as the PS3 and Xbox 360. You know, at least you had the fact that it provided a very unique experience.
They had quality.
Well, yeah, and it's like it's cheap, but like it was good for like people like local multiplayer. It was one of like it provided a really unique and strong experience for that. But then the Wii U came out obviously, and it's not the same. Like it obviously it brought in some other stuff. Like it had like the gamepad, right?
Yeah.
They
But
know how to market that thing.
yeah. But like I don't think the gamepad really did much to like innovate from Nintendo's past stuff.
Innovate.
It's like, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just it doesn't really do that much. It's kind of just like an improved Wii with that. And then we get
It's not really a step up or a step down. It's more like a side step, if anything.
kinda, yeah. I see what you mean by that. But then like the Nintendo Switch came out obviously, and that was meant to like, I guess, give you a lot more choice, where it's like if you want to do the gamepad or you want to do like on the TV, it gave you a choice in that regard. And they tried to like improve the graphics and the performance and that kind of stuff. Which yeah, that's all well and good, but it's like I feel like Nintendo is just moving really slow with this.
Yeah,
And like this one just feels like it added the least of all these new Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a bigger screen now.
Yeah, it's like
So did the OLED.
well, it's like if I want a bigger screen, I got a TV. You know.
That too.
Why get a Switch 2 over a Steam Deck or ROG Ally X and other handhelds? Yeah, it's like I think what's annoying about the Switch 2 is that if this really was like on par with like let's say PS5 for example, I think yeah that would really justify I guess like investing in such a console, because how much is this again? Isn't this like almost $500?
$450.
Like, yeah,
$450. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. This is like around the level of a PS4, and this is $450 in the big 2025.
Dude, how much was the original Switch? Like $350?
$300.
$300?
300. It was 300.
Yeah.
Damn. So the jump from DS to 3DS was smoother than this. Yeah, I actually liked what the 3DS had to offer when it came out.
Yeah, I was about to mention that they did this a lot with their DSs. They kept releasing newer versions of it, and like they added some improvements.
Dude, it's worse, to be honest. It's right now with the Switch 2. It's worse if you're a Bloodborne fan, because From Software had basically announced in that direct, not indirectly Bloodborne 2, but basically a Bloodborne-like game, very similar to that game. And if you are a Bloodborne fan, you guys will probably know that PlayStation for some reason just fucking hates Bloodborne. They don't ever want to port or do anything with that franchise. But yet, if you want to play a game like Bloodborne or a sequel, you need to buy a Switch 2. Which, yeah, sure, it looks cool, but it's like it's like nearly $500 in order for you to fucking get that game.
Or look up that Bloodborne 60 FPS patch that like fans made. Like whenever companies drop the ball, the fans pick it right back up.
But yeah, they're emulating it. They're trying to like emulate the game, and from what I'm hearing, the progress is going like well. It's just gonna take a long time for them to actually finish it.
Dude, people even made like a PS1 inspired Bloodborne game now.
Yeah,
Bloodborne on PC, surely
amazing.
Cocaine. Damn. People suspecting the Switch 2 to be PS4 level. I mean, at this point, I would hope it's higher than PS4 level, but.
Well, yeah, we're in like we're at a stage where we get like PS5 and Xbox Series X like having great graphics and great games, even though some of them don't have games. But it's like you'd think Nintendo would at least step up and at least do a little bit better, but no, the pricing is what's bringing it down, because it's not them just being like, oh, you know, we're gonna make the price, you know, we're gonna make the price of the game how like determining how big the game is, like, and how much effort we put into the game. You might as well make the budget of the game the price of the fucking game. Like it's stupid.
Real quick, someone in chat just said, everyone boo SK and his Dawn of Justice review. Lol.
What?
I don't know if that's a troll or not, but if that's true that we got like Snyder fans going on a Nintendo stream to complain about a BVS review, that is the funniest shit.
It's the Yes Man. He finally left Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not kidding. I had to jump in as quick as possible because there was some like actual stinky dog shit opinions going on that I was listening to on stream.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So I needed to jump in ASAP. Sorry guys, but I'm here now. I'm here now. Hello.
Yo, hello.
How are you all doing? How my day's been?
The almighty Yesh has been summoned.
The Yeshinator.
Yes.
From Iceland.
Switch is PS Pro level, SK. That's the thing. Like if the Switch 2 was more so like kind of like a PlayStation Pro of like the Nintendo Switch 1, It's like, yeah, that would be more understandable, but they're kind of treating this like
it is.
Yeah, they're kind of treating this as like the huge next step, next generations. When it's like, I mean, not really.
Well, in terms of
next
power, it is
evolution in
no. In terms of power, it is a much bigger step than any of the previous consoles have been. That
Terms
is
of
that is
power?
a fact. Yes, that is
Okay.
that is not up for discussion. Like in terms of how much of a jump this console is from. The
It's just
previous
very
one.
late. That's the problem.
It's in terms of it's not late because no handheld console has been able to match up to this power. It's late because it's not a PS5, but a PS5 is enormous. It's huge.
Huge.
And the PS4 Pro is not that old a console, and this is like what like an eighth of the size of a PS4 Pro. Like it's tiny. So in terms of power, it's way beyond. Like it's at a good level, and I think it's maybe a little bit more than what we expected it to be. Like the game can do 4K 60 or 1080p 120, which is I'm pretty sure far beyond what anyone expected a Nintendo handheld to be doing.
Well, the Nintendo handheld, like you can do 1080 on the handheld, but they said like you had to like do plug it in on the TV for like to do 4K.
Well, that's fine. The 4K is ridiculous for a handheld. Like
Yeah, I
that's just the
suppose.
pixel density just doesn't make sense.
Um,
Like you can't. You've got to take it in terms of pixel density. 1080p is already like insane. I would take 1080p over 4K on a huge TV. 1080p on a handheld looks better than 4K on a like 60-inch TV, just because of pixel density.
Ask Yeshua about Doom: The Dark Ages.
What about it?
I don't know. Bootneck just said that.
I guess what you think of the game essentially then.
I'm excited.
Alrighty.
I'm excited. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fine.
What if it sucks?
What we need?
What if it's stinky?
If it's stinky, it's stinky, man. Like I've lost faith in like everything at this point. Like,
What if instead of
anything
$80,
stinky,
it's
then
$90?
that's okay. Oh, don't! But guys, you guys have no idea what the prices are like here. Like,
Oh,
all
no.
this discourse is so
Oh, shit.
America focused. Like, I'm sorry, it is. Like everyone in America's like, oh, it's too expensive here and here and here. It's so much more expensive everywhere else. It's worse everywhere else. And one of the things that have been the most annoying is when these Nintendo fanboys have been like, oh, the whole, $80 Mario Kart, $90 Mario Kart was misinformation and blah, 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 blah. It's only misinformation in your fucking country. For us, it's $95 for Mario Kart. 95 pissing dollars.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And you guys are what, $450 for the base console? We're $500 for the base console.
Damn.
That
That
sounds
is
awesome.
Like this is. I did not think there would be a price where the Switch was unaffordable, and I think that's where its main problem is. Like, its power levels are fine, and I think they justify it, but we got to bear in mind that like, I think the kind of people playing Mario Kart, like, don't care about an 120 FPS Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So why am I paying $90 for it?
Yeah, that's just that is just wild. The $90, $100 like mentions. It's like we're talking about games here, and that's how expensive we're getting. Okay.
Yeah, it's the games are definitely the worst part by far.
What I also don't like about how they're I don't know if you caught our discussion on this, but we also talked about how they basically gave us Discord, right? As like an online feature, but we have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's a
Well, I
worse
mean,
Discord.
every console you have to pay for online, and I
I
I
don't like that about any console at all.
I don't like that any console makes you pay for online.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair with Nintendo's one, you get, their library of all of their old games. You get, like the online chat, you get online play, and you get free DLC for like a lot of their first party games. Sure. But I think they could have just done that separately.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to play their
Like-
old games, like, I don't have to play online for that. If I want to play, like, I don't know, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, for example, I shouldn't have to, like, pay for an online feature that I don't have to use for this.
Emulation. That's all I'll say.
Well, yeah,
Mm,
as I understand, Nintendo's, like, against emulation.
Yep.
Yep.
They
They're
are
against
super
emulation,
against
but I wouldn't be
emulation.
surprised if they nicked Dolphin to be running this GameCube emulator they've got. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But no, I mean, the console itself, I'm excited about, and I was happy about. I think the way that Nintendo have handled communicating the console has been dreadful.
Damn.
I think this is like the worst communication I've ever seen about a console in a very long time. You know, like they have just let it get out of hand completely. Not
Dang.
announcing any of the prices, not announcing how a lot of the features work. I mean, and the thing that is making me the most mad, and I really, really, really am taking, you know, a risk of alienating the small Zelda audience that I have. Zelda fans have been the absolute worst out of everyone in their
Damn.
response to this, because they are just like eating it up. They
Damn.
are just like talking about this stuff as if it's positive, and I'm mainly talking about the re-releases of the Switch games, because let's take
like the Switch 2 editions thing.
yes, that
Yeah.
it is egregiously expensive, and it is so unjustified, because this is the same game from 2017, so it's an 8-year-old game, and I made a tweet about it. I have almost gotten 3 degrees and done all my high school qualifications within the time that game's been out, and they want to re-release the game more expensive than it originally was without its DLC.
That's wild. That's
And-
wild.
Yeah.
The only
Dude, you should
thing
get
that
the
they've
DLC for
changed,
free.
huh?
He said that we should get the DLC for free.
Well, I think the whole thing should have been a free upgrade, because
Yeah.
this is my contention. The
Exactly.
main draw of the Switch 2 is simply that it's a more powerful Switch, right? So, but if I'm having to pay more money for my games to run better, what is the draw of buying the Switch 2? Because surely if you said to people, buy the Switch 2 and the games you already own will run better, that would justify me buying that console.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, oh, for every single game you want to run better, you have to pay. And this
That's
is especially
ridiculous.
egregious with an 8-year-old game. It's more expensive than when it launched. It doesn't even have its DLC. And all they've done is remove the frame cap and up the resolution. Something that already existed on the original game card because it was done in emulators. Emulators
Oh
run
my
it at 4K
God.
60 from 2017. So it's not like the game didn't like the game had small physics problems, but essentially you could run it at any frame and resolution. It wasn't a capped game. So now they're charging me more money to be
For
able
nothing.
to run it on this console that already cost me a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
And for the
so
people that haven't got their game already, they'll have to spend an extra $20 to get the DLC. So I think in America it would cost $90 just to have a 2017 game running at modern frame rate and resolutions.
that is
Jesus
And
crazy.
Christ.
it's
If you want to
It's
fucking play a
it's
game on
awful.
Switch 2, that's like half of your rent, dude. Fuck.
Well, that's really
that's ridiculous.
yeah,
That's
like
insane. And this is the weird part is that because of this pricing scheme, that game is now more expensive than other games that are going to be launching on the Switch 2, like Donkey Kong. How are you justifying? Like they're talking about having a like scaled pricing scheme. So they're
They-
justifying Mario
the
Kart
price-
being expensive.
Yeah, make the pricing of the game like how big the game and how much effort they put
Yeah.
into the game. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's based on how much effort you put in and how much development cost, right? Like that seems fair. But then why are you releasing a brand new AAA Donkey Kong game as the exact same price as a port of a game that you know went above and beyond sales expectations. If all of this is price scaling based on earning money back on how big the game is, why am I paying just as much for a 2017 game as I am a brand new game that's only recently been developed?
Airborne just said it. When did Nintendo become on par with car insurance?
Literally.
Car insurance gets cheaper when you get older.
Damn. Well, so here's the thing. If you have
If someone mentions Zelda Notes one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Zelda Notes is not a positive.
if you have a
Zelda
copy
Notes
of
is not a positive. Oh, you can listen to MP3s that tell you the game's story while you're playing Zelda on your smartphone. That should be in the game. I shouldn't be paying more money so that I learn lore through MP3s on an
That's really
8-year-old
stupid, yeah.
game. Maybe
really
the
stupid.
sequel that I bought should tell me the missing lore rather than MP3s. Just play on your smartphone. That is not a. So the people going off about but Zelda Notes, but higher frame rate. Shut up, dude.
That is really dumb. That is incredibly dumb.
Well, so here's what I'm confused on. So, let's say you get a copy of Zelda Breath of the Wild from like 2017, back when the Switch first came out. So,
Yeah.
are you even allowed to use that copy on the newer Switch?
Yes,
No.
but if you want it to run at higher than 30 FPS and 900p,
Right.
I think it's 900p that game ran at. It's basically I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think it's basically still locked at that frame rate and resolution.
The
So
thing is, too,
well,
is
hang
that-
on.
that's
I'm
stupid.
going through a series of questions real quick. So that means, all right. So if we look at because obviously there's ROMs of it and they've emulated it onto other stuff. So basically, you can play the game at like higher resolutions and frame rates just fine on emulators, right?
Yeah, we've been doing that for 8 years.
So okay,
People were able to do that from the first year it came out. I've done it. I've been able to play through the whole game 4K 60.
Okay, so to play a game at a higher quality, you got to spend nearly $500 and spend an extra $100
$10.
just to play
So
it.
you can upgrade so if you've already got Breath of the Wild, you can pay more money to upgrade it to the new version.
How much does
Which
that
is where
cost?
I think it's. I don't know how much it is in America. I think it's about $10. Correct me
Okay.
if anyone knows.
Well, still,
Um,
the idea you have to pay like about $500 just to play a game at higher quality, that's crazy.
Well, the thing is too is that they also have like the data transfer things if you want to have like the same data from your old Switch to the Switch 2. Which I don't know how that's gonna work.
Like a lot of
because-
this genuinely seems like anti-consumer.
Who's
Who's got echo?
My bad. That was me.
No, it was me. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it is
some of the
very
most
anti-consumer.
anti-consumer stuff I've ever seen from Nintendo.
And this is what was making me so
And they've
angry
done
as
a lot.
well. Is like when people were like, "Oh my god, the Switch 2 is amazing! Look at this launch," and they'll give us the launch lineup, and 5 out of I think it was 9 games are games I've already played, are games that I've had for over like years. No, I'm not counting Breath of the Wild as a launch title. I'm not counting Tears of the Kingdom as a launch title. I'm not counting the new Kirby game as a launch title. I'm not counting a Mario Party game I've already raged at for hundreds of hours as a launch title, just because they run slightly better. And like this is the problem that we have with Nintendo is the bare minimum is eaten up by fans completely. Because
And
they
being
don't
sold at a higher price.
Yep.
yeah. It's what's annoying about Zelda remakes in this day and age is that like Zelda remakes are getting worse and worse and worse to the point where just updating the resolution, like we had the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D where they had new models, new textures, changes to the game, blah blah blah. Great. Wind Waker,
3DS.
new models, new lighting, extra gameplay things that make it a bit better. That's it. Then you had Twilight Princess, which it had new textures, but it didn't really change the models much. But it was a higher frame rate, so that was all right. And then you got to Skyward Sword, which was higher resolution and frame rate, but it was worse looking because by just updating the resolution and not anything else, you had this really blocky looking game in high quality. And the only gameplay feature they locked was fast travel that you needed to spend 20 quid, which would be like, what, $25 on, just to be able to use fast travel, which was like the game's biggest complaint. And now you're paying money for the latest Zelda game just to run like it should have run back when the game came out. Because
I'd also like to point out, like back in the original PS2 and Xbox days, like the 60 FPS was achievable, like even back then for certain games.
Yeah, and it's like I understand. I understand why the Switch wasn't running Breath of the Wild at 60, and you know what they were able to do with it in that given amount of time was great. But I don't think we should be celebrating these as launch titles just because, yes, that is the whole point of the Switch 2. It's a $500 console. At a bare minimum, it should just run my old games better. Like, that is just the norm for consoles these days, really. Like,
yeah.
That, you know, especially when PC gaming has become such a mainstream thing. And this is the problem where consoles, ever since the PS5 came out, consoles now just use PC parts. And games are easier to port over because they are just PC games. So the Switch 2 is using PC parts. And it's why it's easier for a lot of games to run and be ported over to it. It's just a really, really good handheld PC. But if that's the case, when in PC gaming, if you've just upgraded your PC, it runs every single game you have better, and you'll never have to pay for any other game again. Why am I paying for a game that's more expensive than it originally was, just for a higher frame rate?
That's not enough.
And why are we counting that as a launch title? I just think it's weak.
Ooh.
If it's going to be a launch title, you better bring in your A game and like bring in on like the features that justify the price at the very least.
I mean,
dude, the only actual launch title that's first party is what, Mario Kart and
Donkey Kong.
No, Donkey Kong's not on launch.
It's not.
Yeah, no, Donkey Kong's not at launch, dude.
Oh fuck! I thought it was.
It comes out a couple months after.
Oh.
Which is insane.
I mean,
which is a shame because that game looks so good from what I've seen.
It does. It looks great. That was like the only game I was excited for until I saw the.
Like,
that
holy
is
shit, that's
that
like
is
Mario Odyssey too.
Yeah.
But with Donkey Kong.
It's genuinely, for me, the only game they've shown on the Switch 2 so far I would buy the console for. And that was like, for me, up until they showed that, I was not at all, like, weirdly enough, ready to buy Switch 2. And yeah, I just don't feel the launch lineup.
what do you think of the fact that oh, Cronus is back.
Finally.
Yeah, I fucking hate when you're downstairs and you're doing something and there's someone like, yo, by the way, can you also do this thing? You're like, fuck.
So that's where you were. Yeah, just real quick, yes, what do you think of
they're like, yo, can you go do this?
What do you think of the online stuff? How they're adding new features, but like they're kind of making us they're making us pay for it, and like it's not even up to par to like stuff like Discord and stuff. What do we think of that? That is loud.
There's your answer.
Did Yes just die?
Muted?
I don't know.
I
personally, I love that the Switch 2. I don't know what you guys have been covering, but I love the Switch 2 has a dedicated button that does nothing unless I pay the money for it.
That is
What's the
crazy.
point of putting it on there if you have to pay?
Did we go over? Did you
Yeah,
guys go over that?
we were touching upon again how like the Nintendo Switch 2, it essentially has Discord, but you have to pay for it, and it's worse. It runs worse than Discord.
It's literally reskinned.
Yeah,
I mean, they've always been behind, haven't they? They've like always.
They've always been behind.
yeah. Like the screen sharing is just bad. It's like, oh, the constant lag, like in their presentation where it's supposed to look the best, it's lagging.
You can see the lag.
You literally can see the lag. So it's like, that's just not impressive right there.
I feel like I've seen everybody point that out. Like, oh, that lag, that looks terrible.
Yeah.
And also, you literally have to pay extra for like upgrading your Switch 1 to the Switch 2, like for like the version of that game. Yeah, like why could it be for like a certain PS4 games, like whatever they're upgradable, like you get that for free, like as long as you have like a PS5 console, like you don't have to pay extra.
I think there were some situations you did,
Oh, did you?
but I think in those circumstances, like they didn't make the games more expensive. I'm trying to think how God of War worked. I'm trying to remember.
The fact it's 2025, Nintendo is raising the prices to an insane degree, and we're still being forced to pay so we can play online. Genuinely should qualify under some kind of extortion. Damn.
Financial extortion.
I'm pretty sure
wait.
you didn't have to pay for God of War, because I don't think I had to pay for Ragnarok to be upgraded. But I know Skyrim. I know Skyrim you had to pay though. I know Skyrim. You had to pay,
There were apparently there was a cost.
What was there?
So the way it worked is, but the way that they did it, right, which is why I think it was better, is that they were releasing a PS5 and PS4 version at the same time, and the PS4 version was $10 cheaper. So if you bought the PS4 version, you would have to pay that extra to the more expensive version for it to run PS5 quality. But it was like, it was cheaper.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
And what they're doing here
Skyrim,
is they're making it more expensive.
I know. I know Skyrim. I had to pay for it to get upgraded. But Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I did not have to pay. And now I just have both versions downloaded on my PS5. I really gotta delete the PS4 version.
Damn. As far as like the online as well, I definitely like that, you know, they're trying to focus on the online element, but I couldn't find much as far as like local multiplayer, because it's talking about, oh yeah, you can like connect with like 4 different or 3 different Switch systems. So I'm like, okay, great, but can't we play it on the same system if we're doing local multiplayer? Is that a thing?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah,
Okay.
of course it is. What do you mean?
Yeah, it has to be. There's no shot.
Yeah.
Well, like, because like,
It would be. It might be the first console to ever sell 0 copies if you could.
But yeah, no, local multiplayer is absolutely a thing. What that multiple Switch thing is they're bringing back DS download play.
okay.
And this is what I think is a good thing. You don't need a Switch 2 for it to work, as far as I'm aware. So, if you're out and about and you want people to play, like, I can't remember how it worked, but it looked like you could use Switch Lites and normal Switches that would... I don't remember. I need to double check this. But anyway, basically, DS download play is going to be a thing where people can play together and only one person needs to own the game.
Yeah, that one I
That's what
really
that
liked, because you basically get to like share the game with a whole bunch of people. I thought that was really effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now only one of you. Like, let's say you guys live in different countries. Let's say you wanted to play a round of Mario Party with Comic Legend and bully him the whole time. Only one of us would have to buy the game
That's true.
instead
That's
of all
true.
of us. So we got to get on that.
We do. I mean, I don't know if I first want to see like how people react to the Switch 2 when it comes out, if I were to like have interest in getting it, Just simply because like if there's so many problems like at launch, that's just good. That's just like, all right, I don't want to deal with that. I want to read the terrain first before I invest in this.
Not just that. Well, and not just that. Another thing I've seen a lot of conflicting opinions on, like their game cards. Like, yeah. What are their?
Yeah,
physical,
I don't know why
what
they
they're not.
announced. I don't know why they announced that feature this early because it didn't make it look good, like at all. If you're talking about the game card is a key and doesn't have the game on it, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and some people have said, "Oh, if you're criticizing this, you got to criticize like all the other companies for doing this too, like with Sony and Microsoft with their systems because they do the same thing." Ugh.
Yeah, it's really weird because the way it actually works, and I don't know why they announced it so early because it was unnecessary. But the way that it works is like the card is 64 gigabytes, and if in the future there is a game that's going to be on Switch 2 that's more than 64 gigabytes, the game card is going to give you part of the game or like be a key to download the whole game because it can't fit on that card. So it's basically just a feature they've put on the card to future-proof it for bigger games. I don't understand why that's a thing. I think that's
like, so it's just a license that they can revoke at any time. It's not actually physical.
well, it's like it's meant to be. I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. And so if a game is less than 64 gigabytes, you own it. If it's more than 64 gigabytes, you get a license that you need the card to be inside your console for. Which
Oh
at
my
that
god,
point, it's
Nintendo
like,
pulled an Ubisoft.
yeah, and I'm like, at that point, like, why does the card version even exist?
I mean,
why
I
would
don't
I
know.
want to download an entire game that also needs the card to be into play? Like, that's stupid. Like, that's
Well, as far as
beyond
the
stupid.
game, it's like you know, you can't grab it, you can't put it in a card.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
But you want to know what's funny? I heard Cyberpunk on the Switch 2 is actually gonna have like a physical card. So like,
Yeah,
like,
that's
insane.
true. Yeah, it's less than 64 gigs.
I'm
The
more
Switch 2
interested in
version.
how that game specifically is gonna fucking run on Switch 2 because that's
Better than
be...
PS4 Pro, apparently. It actually does look really good.
It does, but it's like it still has me a little bit worried because it is, you know, it still is Cyberpunk. As much as I love that game, it didn't really have the best launch.
It didn't have the best launch, but luckily the Switch 2 is getting like its fixed version.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's looking like the way it's going to run is slightly better than PS4 Pro because it's basically got the same visuals but running at 10 FPS more, which is interesting.
Jesus.
Which I think is good. I think it's good. Like, I think it's a good step for handhelds, and that I'm happy about. I just think the way that they've handled the communication and the way that they've done the private games is just horrific, and it's so anti-consumer.
Doesn't work.
And the problem is it won't fail. Like, the console isn't going to fail.
No, unfortunately.
Not even slightly.
Yeah, they have no incentive to like, I guess, change.
I mean, even though there is like a huge
Why
outrage about
wouldn't
it, and
they
people are-
change?
yeah, like even though there is
Yeah,
like a
like,
huge
why would they
outrage
change?
and people are eating like that shit up, there's still gonna be people fucking consuming this shit out of that.
Speaking,
Like, it's not gonna change.
But yeah,
speaking
Wait,
of
what-
why
what
would
is
it
They're
change?
still going to sell out. They're still going to sell more than
No,
that
they are.
produced.
They're absolutely still
Yeah.
gonna sell out. But it's just like, you know, even with like such shitty practices, even though it is very anti-consumer, there people are still gonna consume and just be like, yeah, I'll spend $90 on this. It's fine.
Again, Nintendo was literally Disney. Like, have you seen?
Yeah.
The
I
Disney
think
of
I would say
gaming.
it's just Nintendo. It's just gaming in general. Like, studios just release shit unless it's borderline unplayable or outrageously expensive and then does nothing, like fucking, what was it, Skull and Bones? They can get away with it.
Quadruple A gaming.
Yeah, quadruple A. I can guess unless it's something like that. Like,
The way of
or
the future.
TLOU 2. We talked about this before stream started. TLOU, The Last of Us remastered yet again.
Yet again.
$99.
Yet again.
Like, not what's the? This is when someone played the clip of the guy that's like, the radio station has the same fucking songs, and it's Naughty Dog, and they only have 2 games.
Damn. Chrono, since you're back, I think we should just bring up an elephant in the room real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Like
because
you?
we obviously saw that, you know,
Son-
PJ was
Is the
defending
elephant
Doctor
you?
Strange in No Way Home, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This
you're
is a
right,
Nintendo
that's
2
why.
Switch stream.
I know, but we had to throw you
Yeah.
under the bus at some point. We promised it
We
would
did.
happen.
We did.
Double decker
I
bus.
did say it was gonna happen.
Y'all are some bitches.
I-
Y'all are some major bitches.
Well, you know what? You could just concede right now that Doctor Strange is assassinated in No Way Home, and we'll be good, right?
Fine, I concede. Can we get back to Switch now? Can we get back to Switch now, bro? I don't want to fucking have this discussion.
Don't assume shit onto me, please. Don't
Don't assume shit
Well,
on
you
to
need
me.
to try.
I already see Sunny Park. Fuck off, Sunny Park.
He's already
Dude,
going
DJ
wild.
folded like
He's
a
already
lawn-
fighting.
DJ folded like a lawn chair.
Damn.
I like No Way Home, but I didn't say it was perfect.
Isn't that
Is
the
this a
mentality
disagreement
a
there or
lot of
something?
fans
No,
use
we're
to
just
justify
trolling.
anything that's awful?
Yeah, but the difference is I like stupid shit. I like fucking Cars too.
Well, yeah, we know you like stupid. You like No Way Home.
Yeah.
That's not the monkey.
Fuck off.
The monkey.
The monkey.
Am I wrong?
The
monkey.
The monkey these nuts.
Fuck you.
Ew. Oh wait, why am I complaining? I'm a glass. I ain't got those.
I would be curious to see what Nintendo's exclusives are looking later on down the line. Because like, what do we have so far? We have Mario Kart World, which I actually like a lot of the features that that they were showing in that game. How it's kind of like a worldwide thing, and how they're kind
And
of
you can drive
shifting
it anywhere.
the experience for it. I think that's
I'm not-
definitely a good way to push forward the Mario Kart series.
I think
Like,
while the features in that game, real quick, while the features in that game do look really cool, I think it just looks very boring in my opinion. Because I think
Yeah.
this might just be me personally, but I feel like Mario Kart in itself just kind of peaked with Wii. Ever since it's just been a little bit boring.
I mean, yeah.
I really liked
when I
Mario Kart
see-
Wii, and I,
mean,
also
did
really
it-
liked
I mean,
the
did it
3DS
though?
Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, like when I see the gameplay of like free roam for like Mario Kart World, I just feel like it looks like I'm gonna play Cars on the PS2. Like I don't know, it just
shouldn't
looks very
Plus,
not
that
Mario
game
Kart.
was fun.
That game
Well, I
was
guess-
fun. That game's peak. I'd rather play that because it's probably cheaper and
I
funny.
guess yeah. I think with Mario Kart World, there's definitely like I guess more they could have
Dude,
done, for sure. I just like the world element
Yeah,
that they're
like
going
add more
for.
Mario characters to the roster.
I like it, but this is the problem, right? Is that I mean back in the day, especially when I was younger, when the Wii was out, I would do so much of the single player stuff. Yeah, I would do so much of the single player stuff to get all the characters. Like unlocking characters in Mario Kart was sick. Like that was such a good feeling when you would do something and you would get rewarded with a character that you didn't know was in the game because it was like pre-big internet. That felt good. But in this game, it's like, what are they really gonna incentivize you to do that single player stuff for? And I think I'm at a level now where I don't have much time to play a lot of games, and Mario Kart for me is no longer a game that I'm gonna sit down and put like 100 hours in on the offline to unlock, like on the single player to unlock stuff. Like if I'm gonna play Mario Kart, it's on like Tuesday nights playing it with my friends and we'll play some races. Like that's why I play Mario Kart now, and I appreciate so many of the features that they're doing. I think they're so cool.
I do wish they add more. I do wish they add more Mario characters to their roster.
Yeah, not enemies.
Yeah, a lot of them are enemies.
the fat Yoshi is so distracting, lol.
It is.
It's so funny every time he talks. You just have fat Yoshi.
It's
back
on
and
theme.
forth.
It's on theme though.
It
It's
is
on brand.
theme. It is on brand.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Would you want me to change
I'm
it?
sure he's the only
No,
person
want
here
something
who's
less
on brand.
distracting?
Keep it. Keep it.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, just the only person here who is on brand. To be honest, with the Nintendo.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
also, can I just say, like, you driving to like different parts of the world? Didn't they already do that with Mario Kart Tour?
Did they?
All
The games that I've played were Mario Kart
Well,
Wii and Mario Kart
that's a-
7.
That's a
Not-
mobile
not-
game.
Not quite. Yeah, not quite like that.
Yeah.
Like this is like a open.
Like no, not even because wasn't like each like racing track in Mario Kart Tour like it wasn't open. It was
Yeah,
basically
it was
just
like they were from different countries. Like
yeah,
different
exactly.
cities.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah.
just,
I was
they
gonna
were
say
just
that.
laps of different countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the reasons I play Mario Kart are not the reasons that they're making it an $80 game for. And it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know.
That's
Maybe I'm
the
being too
exclusive
doomer about it.
conversation. The other big exclusive they have coming out, it's not even exclusive for the Switch 2, but it's a Nintendo exclusive. You got Pokemon. New Pokemon's coming out.
Metroid Prime
And you
4,
know
which
that
was
shit's about to make
awesome.
infinite money good. That shit is about to make bank. It's Pokemon.
And dude, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond looks awesome.
Dude,
Holy
no,
shit.
Yeah,
that's what
but
makes-
yeah,
that's
this
what
is
makes
and
me
this
so
is but this is
depressed.
another thing.
That's
It
what makes me
looks
so
so
depressed.
good, but it should have been like a hybrid release, and instead they're doing the whole it's a Switch game and you pay more money for it to run better on Switch 2. Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
I got confused
That's
for that too.
terrible.
They should have just announced. Okay, they should have just announced it like a full-on release date, or just release the game, like not release the game, reveal the game period, and not
Yeah.
direct. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense for them to do it on the Switch 1, and then if you want to play on the Switch 2 where it looks better, you're gonna have to spend $80.
The
Bro.
Switch 2 version is sick.
It looks fucking great.
Let's be honest, a Metroid
Oh.
game that you can finally use mouse controls on. Like I can
It's
play
awesome.
a Metroid game and play it like an actual FPS game with the mouse on my desk. Sick. And the fact it's running at 4K 60, sick. But why the hell are they advertising it as a Switch 1 game and you can get the Switch 2 version?
It should have just been a
Like-
Switch 2 exclusive.
It
I
should
got a
have
I
question.
know that
yeah.
no. That no. I don't think it should have been switched to exclusive because like they put so much money into it being a Switch 1 game.
I got a
And they've
question.
been promising it would be a Switch 1 game for so long. But it should have been the same as what they did with Breath of the Wild. Or the same as what the PlayStation did with pretty much like every game when the PS5 came out. Because for the first like year, everything came out on the PS4 and ran kind of shitty, but it was a great way of advertising the PS5. And they could have done the exact same thing here.
Like, I don't know if it was
just
a great way
release
of
them.
advertising the PS5 because it caused a lot of people to not get the PS5 because all the games they wanted were coming out for the PS4.
Spider-Man.
And
Yeah,
also
but they couldn't-
scalpers. That's another story.
You got to bear in mind, scalping and price-wise, people couldn't get the PS5. So by releasing
Yeah.
it on both, I don't think it limited their sales. I think it just allowed people, because if anyone could get a PS5, they'd get a PS5 version. But it also wasn't a reason to stop people playing these new games. Because, dude, this was like COVID time. You couldn't get a PS5. You couldn't get a new Xbox. You couldn't upgrade your PC. So I think that was rough. And now we've got the situation of consoles not just being expensive, but the tariff situation. And the
Well,
tariff
even during-
situation is kind of
even-
similar to the COVID situation. Consoles are more
Even-
expensive.
I was gonna say, even during COVID, like people were still like buying that shit like wildfire, and it was still selling out like crazy.
Yeah, and but by making the games come on both consoles, they weren't alienating their audience.
Yeah.
I got a question regarding their mouse controllers for the Joy-Cons. So
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, like, do they have an option for you to like just bring your own mouse for whatever games allow you to do that, or do you have
yeah,
to
like
use like the
mouse support.
Joy-Con version?
I don't think you can plug it right now. So
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
don't know.
surprised if you could. because
that would have been
a
cool
mouse
if you could,
doesn't-
if it had like mouse support.
It would be cool because, like, I don't know, just looking at it at least, maybe I need to try it out. Just looking at it, that doesn't seem like the most comfortable way of, like, playing with a mouse. I just look at that and
No,
I'm like,
but
yeah,
I think the way
I'd rather play with my mouse.
the way it works, at least in Metroid, is it's not like fixed, if that makes sense. So it's like you can play Metroid without using the mouse style, but if you were in a boss and you really wanted to use it and lock in, you could just like flip the controller over and start aiming like.
Huh,
That's
okay.
at least how it looks. So
Unless
if
you
you know,
had
if you're going around,
Unless you had that like that really cool blaster thing, like back in like the GameCube thing, where you can kind of like help you aim like with the fucking
Yeah.
what was it, like the bongo things for Donkey Kong.
at least that's how at least that's how I hope it was. Because like,
Yeah.
you know, I like on PC, for example. Let's like take for example Monster Hunter. There's when you do two different weapon types, you can kind of just use your controller, and then when I want to aim with a gun, I quickly switch to my mouse, and it just works. So I'm kind of hoping Metroid works like that, where I can just play comfortably with my Joy-Cons, and then just flip my hand over and start aiming if I need to be specific or fight a boss or something. So I like the option. I think it's cool that the option is there.
Are there any disagreements? No, this
That's
is not
crazy.
disagreement day.
This is THUMPCAST.
This is Agreement Day.
This
Switch
is
to
agreement day.
Agreement day.
Yeah, I haven't actually played Metroid yet, but I might get around to it one of these days.
You haven't played
I
a lot
recommend
of
it.
things yet.
Dude,
Because
Probably
I'll be
will.
fair.
Metroid Prime
I'm not-
Trilogy.
I'm not the biggest Nintendo guy personally. I like Smash and I like Donkey Kong, but Metroid is like the
I like
best
Mario
in my
and
opinion.
stuff.
Even and I'm not even that big of a Zelda fan. Sorry, Yesh, but
No, that's fine.
I think Metroid is my favorite. It is my favorite Nintendo franchise, and I think it's
yeah,
up there.
Metroid is. I'm not a huge Metroid fan. But I do know it is quite amazing. And you're in quite a lucky period where you have a Switch One, right?
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't. Oh, shame. Because the two best Metroid games that exist are on Switch One, right? On the
Dread.
first Switch right now.
Dread is so
Interesting.
Yeah,
good.
Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime 1 Remake are probably the best ways to
Fucking awesome.
experience the Metroid series. So I would. God,
Yeah.
the Metroid Prime Remake was so cheap.
It was.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
what happened, man?
Damn.
What
Yeah,
happened to
yeah.
this company?
My
Speaking
only
of it,
exposure to
did you just
Metroid was
see,
Smash Bros. Brawl. That's all.
Just-
Fucking
Did
hell,
you
dude.
see speaking of which, yeah, did you see they're charging a solid 90 for Breath of the Wild now?
$90. That's crazy.
DLC?
Yeah, that's what we were
Oh
saying.
yeah,
It's-
we were talking about it.
Yeah,
It's really, really upset me. Like more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you.
This is why we need a Dreamcast too.
we need Sega to come back and start making.
We need
content.
Sega to come back right now, bro. If
Breath of
if
the
Sega-
Wild needs to be cheap so they get more people to play Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, you've literally
Also,
got a sequel
SK, like,
game
oh,
that is now cheaper than the prequel game. Like, if you want to get Breath of the Wild with all the DLC, that's more expensive than Tears of the Kingdom. What are you
Starkstar,
doing?
I'm gonna ask you not to goon in my chat. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Look in my
What?
chat.
Oh, I just saw. Oh, my
Ew,
God.
ew, ew,
My
ew,
God.
ew. I'm just saying that a bunch of times.
I agree.
Goofy,
I mean,
bro.
I mean-
That's goofy, bro.
I
That's
mean,
goofy,
listen,
bro.
I mean, listen. I agree.
Ew, but-
Samus
ew.
is, but you're not allowed.
Nuh-uh.
But you're not allowed.
You're not allowed. Sorry,
No
bro.
one's allowed. No one's
No
allowed.
No, I'm allowed. Fuck you.
Fuck you. You're not allowed either.
Just the
Who
constant.
are you, bro?
ill,
Who do you
ill.
think
Who the
you
fuck
are?
are you? You're on Gary's mode.
Who are
Get off
you,
Gary's
bro?
mode.
Bro,
Who are you?
yeah,
Bitch!
yeah, bro. I'm playing Gears mode right now.
Change
Bro.
your
What are you
voice
doing?
mode. Fuck
What are
you.
you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro?
We,
I'm not gonna do
we
that.
should, I don't know about you guys, but I shit on Skyrim a lot for just re-releasing every time.
I
but
love
like,
Skyrim.
a,
Yeah, bro.
a lot of the times it doesn't re-release at full price.
Yeah, dude, it was the first time they did like Skyrim Remastered. It was free. I got it for free on PC.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
Sometimes
actually-
If you
they
had
just
the
give
original,
out
they would
free
just give you a
update.
free copy of the.
Yeah, they just give you a free update copy. Yep.
Star got manipulated
Do you know
by
what?
Kairito.
Are you
Ew.
serious?
No, that's a
Hold on.
joke. That's a joke. The
That's a
joke.
joke.
Is that
Oh,
Kairito
okay, I was
is
about
also
to
a
say.
Joker
goon.
joke.
Kairito's bad for that.
I genuinely think
I
the
was
way
about
they
to
should
say.
have done it is they should have done it as like maybe $100, and it's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom upgraded in a bundle.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
If they wanted to recharge you, like
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
make them run at
Yeah, 100 for 2
You know,
games,
the-
upgraded
yeah.
versions with DLC. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like
Excellent.
make it so that they run at 60 FPS, right? Just like if you want to sell them as 1080p 60 FPS for free, fine. And then if you want them to run at 4K or with the new textures, you have to buy this bundle, a special Switch 2 edition bundle of both games. And I think that would have been justifiable. But I think still locking that game behind 30 FPS is ridiculous. I think there's no need to be doing that at all, and it's so anti-consumer. I'm just mad that Zelda fans aren't like mad about it.
Damn. SK, you gonna do a disagreement day on James Gunn's DCU and the reception event? I mean,
Oh boy.
it's not a whole lot of. There's really not a whole
Yeah, the
lot
only
to.
disagreement
I
is
don't think
coming
you should
over.
do disagreement
we have
day again,
one
period.
show.
I'm gonna be for real.
We
I'm
have
down
one
for
show.
disagreements.
Nah, I'm not.
We have
Okay.
one show and one movie coming out this year.
Okay.
What's there to
Yeah,
fucking talk
'cause
about?
The DCU is literally just getting started. There is not a
Yeah.
lot to talk about. So it might as well just be a project by project basis. The DCEU, I'm more down.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if there are people that disagree about something that isn't out yet, they're not the kind of people that would be interesting to have a conversation with.
Yeah.
Like if you're already getting that mad
Yep.
today about something that is
Yeah.
yet to exist,
I
please
know,
go
well,
outside.
I've seen like so many like horrible criticisms against James Gunn's Superman. And it's literally them just trying to find issues because they want it to be bad. It's so funny.
Oh my god, have you
Like
seen the
Necromorph?
fucking edits? The edits of the other Batman of like Batfleck. Or,
Yeah, I saw
Henry
that.
Cavill, Superman,
Oh, yeah,
I
beating
saw
up
that.
James
Kicking
Gunn.
James
All
Yeah.
these guys are literally great necromorphs.
Yep. They are.
Do you know what? Out
But
of all of
Snyder
the
Cut-
terrible things that AI does, I think the worst is that the Snyderverse fans have access to it.
Oh,
It's the worst thing I've ever seen AI do. It's these awful
they're gonna restore the
fake
Snyderverse
versions of Snyderverse
themselves.
films.
They're gonna make it
Yeah,
through
with
AI.
AI.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
And
It's gotta
when
be
they
a-
do this, it's like, dude,
gotta be
what
a
are you trying
plague,
to say
right?
about the
Spreading?
masterful work of
Probably.
Snyder if you can repeat it using a fucking bot?
Well, it's, like,
What-
it's gotta be.
You're not.
It's gotta be a plague that's spreading for you to commit so hard to something that everyone involved with it has already moved on and doesn't want to do anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, Snyder doesn't want to do it. Affleck doesn't want to do it anymore. Cavill just wants to
Cavill
play
doesn't
fucking
wanna-
Warhammer.
Yeah. Gal
Yeah,
Gadot
everyone's
can't
moved on.
act. I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would want her back. She can't act.
Ezra Miller's a person.
Ezra Miller's an individual.
The person of all time.
If you are an
Yeah.
individual,
With liberty and justice for all.
I genuinely don't understand how you can make that your whole personality, and the people involved don't want to do it anymore. Like, bro, pack it up. It's time to go home.
it's over.
Yeah.
Let it
Go
go.
home.
Put the
you
fries in the
over.
bag and clock out, man.
fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag. Go home. You're drunk.
Get a job.
Get a job,
Get a job.
liberal.
They took her gerbs.
Shut up, Dom.
What?
Shut
I'm not even talking, bro. The
No,
fuck?
you're humming.
Yeah, I'm humming, bro.
So
I'm humming
PJ,
in
you
Nirvana
really are a
song.
piece of shit.
Yeah, you really are a piece of shit.
No, he's not anymore. He used to be.
I used to be.
Oh
No, he
yeah.
still is.
Bitch.
What you gonna do about it, bro?
I will
What
go
you gonna do
over
about
there
it?
where you are. Don't
You're
make
in
me come
Florida right
upstairs.
now, little
Don't
guy.
make me
You're
come
in
upstairs.
Miami. You're in
Don't make me
Miami.
come upstairs.
I'm not up. What upstairs, bro?
No, you're upstairs.
There's no upstairs in this
I
house,
can hear
bro.
you down here, bro.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I see.
Bro, you're going crazy, dude. On God.
I was crazy once.
Like, also,
Shut the
SK, I was gonna
You
say,
still are
like, besides
crazy.
those two Metroid games, I also recommend Metroid Prime Trilogy, although it's on Wii though.
PJ, do you care to explain
I mean,
why you would ever defend?
Dolphin. Is a good way to
Got all three of them.
Swear to God. No, I don't actually. So suck it.
Care to
Do not
elaborate your
tag me
position?
on Twitter about Zelda notes. Please don't do that.
Can I do it?
Oh
What's your Twitter?
no,
I'll tag you.
Bro,
No.
seething.
Please do not do that.
I don't even play
Can we
Zelda.
stick to sending me pictures of cars? I don't need any more.
You
Zelda
can't take it
notes
anymore.
tweets at me, okay?
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
Like, why is the Switch $450? They can't keep getting away with it.
But they will.
can't keep getting
But
away
they
with
will.
They literally will, yeah.
They will. They'll get away with it anyway.
it.
They shouldn't. They really shouldn't, but they will.
You know how
Crazy,
you know how
I've been
the
crazy. After all, it's in the name. Damn.
yeah.
Noted,
SK, you know how
Zelda
the-
noted.
You know how in the Switch one they have like the what was it? It's like the if you have Switch Online, you get to play like GameCube games and like
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah, yeah.
64 games. Yeah, they have it for
Yeah.
you know how they have it for Genesis. If they don't have it for the Switch 2, that means it's fully on site for with Nintendo. And
It is on the Switch too.
there you go. Or is it? It's on the Switch 2?
Yeah.
I kind of
Wait,
wish
was it on the
wasn't.
Switch 1?
It was on the Switch 1, yeah.
Yeah, the Switch 2's got all of the Switch 1 ones. It just also has GameCube.
I kind of wish it wasn't, so Nintendo would just.
Which is
so
weird
Sega-
because
Sega
the
could come
GameCube
back.
is like GameCube's been upscaled. Like it runs GameCube games better than the GameCube. Which
You guys should have been there. Well, it wasn't another server, but me and Captain were watching the thing.
Mhm.
Captain was losing his mind the moment GameCube was revealed because that was like his only like wish / prediction. And then when they showed Soul Calibur, he was like, "This is the only Soul Calibur thing ever!" And it's like, and it was it had, like,
that's
Link on it.
crazy good because the only way to play Link in Soul Calibur is the GameCube version. So like,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
sick. But what was surprised me was how good that reveal was because like they literally just went, yeah, it plays GameCube games and it plays them better at a higher resolution and higher frame rate. And it's like, if you were willing to do that for GameCube games, why were you not willing to do that for Switch games we've already paid for? So like,
yeah.
I can have better running GameCube games free, but I have to pay more for my Switch games to run better.
Yes.
Just get
Surely that's
excited
weird,
and consume
right?
more product.
Crazy Cannonball
That's
just
Oh
said,
no,
SK,
it's not weird. It's just business.
He just said,
it's just
SK, did you ever consider that I liked the person who made the Nintendo
Oh my
Switch
God.
2?
Boy, shut your ass.
I mean, therefore it's good. Therefore it's peak.
Shut up,
How to
Shut
be
up.
funny 101.
goofball.
Have you considered drowning yourself in a McDonald's deep fry?
Have you ever
Have you
considered
considered drowning
180
Have you ever
yourself in
degrees?
considered?
That would require
Have
them
you-
to have a job and have access to them.
Have
No
Have you
requirement to
considered
put the fries
sucking
in the
my
bag.
nuts?
The SK's a regular. They give
you
him access.
considered
to
have you considered rubbing your nuts on someone
Rubbing your
else's
nuts
chicken
all over the food.
You're gonna love my nuts.
nuggets?
I mean, I can't really do that. I'm a glass. I ain't got no nuts.
I'm a dog. I'm Brian Griffin.
Dog. Oh,
What
just
does that have to
imagine
do with
Brian
me?
Griffin
I'll
just
still have
screaming
nuts.
about an Iron Man movie in his
Whoa,
house.
Ash Ahoy.
Don't
Peter,
assume
you
shit
don't
on me!
understand. It's not military propaganda. Or no, Stewie. Stewie, you don't understand. It's not military propaganda.
Stewie,
Oh.
stop assuming shit onto me. Stop it.
Yeah, but isn't this like some of you that
Assuming
like
shit
Iron
on
Man
me.
don't want to talk about that?
Well, what
I
about
love
Iron
Man
Man?
I've been seeing some people liking Iron Man 2 recently. I'm not ready to rewrite history that it's a good film.
Oh, come on. It's not that
Oh.
bad.
If you guys want to start, yet to have been
He's
on the
gonna
losing
explode.
side of anything I've started on.
Yes,
Are
he's
we gonna do a
explode.
whole 4-1 in Captain America?
You know what? You know what? Now I think we should. Now I think Yesh, you guys should tweet Yesh the Zelda notes.
No, like, I'm sorry, and SK will back me up on this. When have we ever done this and I've ended up being on the wrong side? We don't
no.
need another Thor. We don't need another the first Avenger.
Wait,
We
who
don't
thought
need another
Thor was a
Falcon
good
Winter
movie?
Soldier.
To be fair, who thought Thor was a good
Who
movie?
thought Thor or Falcon? Yeah,
A
who
lot
thought
of people.
Thor
That's
was
where
good?
pay attention came from, because they were going on about how amazing it was.
I'm
I'm talking
I know.
about parts of the movie that don't exist.
Well, Flab.
I meant
Flab
in
admitted
our
yesterday
sphere.
he
No, I
liked
get
it.
that. I get that. I meant in like our circle. I don't think anyone ever was like, yeah, Thor's so great. It's like, well, okay,
Or Falcon and the Winter
Stir says
Soldier.
Thor is great. Stir says Thor is great. So we got to get at
No,
him.
because there were so many people being like, "Oh yeah, I imagine Thor isn't good, but I don't really know why." And that's
Yeah.
when I'm like, "Well, pay attention." I don't
Because
know why.
yeah, because people didn't care enough to
Well,
remember.
Kronos,
Just like
this
Thor
was the
3.
context.
Exactly.
This was the context. So High Top, after Love and Thunder came out, High Top was talking about how Thor used to be good or whatever, and he shows like one of the worst scenes in the first Thor movie, and Yesh just quotes it saying, "Stupid, doesn't work, pay attention."
Oh, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the first Thor movie is like it's like not awfully shot. I'll give it that. It's not a horribly shot.
It doesn't look like the modern
The
MCU
effects are
movie.
decent.
High Top.
Yeah, the effects are decent.
High Tops and High Top
There's
films and
fanboys
Mosquito
for it.
are like a duo of a nightmare if you think about it.
Really? I think Mosquito's way worse.
I think
What?
Mosquito was.
Yeah.
Well,
High Top Films has a lot
no,
more agreeable points.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I agree.
both think Joker Folie
Mosquito
was
brings
good.
me nothing but agony, especially with the fucking Iron Man thing.
I think
But-
I don't mind people having bad opinions on things being good, like as long as they're sweet about it. And I think High Top is sweet about it. So it's like, oh, you can like bad stuff. That's okay.
But that's kind
Yeah.
of that's. I'd argue that's kind of the annoying thing that he's just all like sweet about it because it's like.
Well, I think
it's
it's
just like
He's
bro,
annoying
just
because
fucking.
he's not a complete dickhead. That's what
yeah,
you just said.
that's what you
DJ.
just
He
said,
should be a-
PJ.
you
PJ,
know what,
that's
yeah,
what you just
you know what,
said.
yeah,
You
fuck
just
it.
said
Fuck
it's
it.
annoying to be respectful.
Well, no,
That's what you
I
just
get-
said.
are
No,
It's
no, no, no,
annoying
no,
to be
wait, wait.
respectful.
I get what PJ.
He's just very
I get what
cookie
PJ's
cutter
saying.
about it.
Yeah, I get what PJ
Who doesn't
saying.
like
He's got
cookies?
that High Top,
Oh,
High Top
God, dude.
isn't.
I think the word you're
think
looking
PJ
for
is
is
saying
slippery.
High Top isn't like High Top doesn't. High Top's not.
It sounds very
firm
fake.
enough in his
It feels
stance.
very fake.
Yeah, he's not firm enough in his stance that like
Yeah.
he would be
Yeah.
willing to
He's
actually
not-
have a tough argument about it. It'd be more like, oh, we just agree to disagree.
He's not like
Type
it's not
shit where
it's not
nothing
like
would ever happen.
The term you're looking
It's
for
not-
is flowery.
I don't know about that because like I've seen like his parts of his Deadpool and Wolverine video. He was pretty firm in his stances there.
I
which
fucking
was
I
good.
fucking hate that video.
I don't agree with the
Because
video.
it's not
I
like-
don't agree with the
It's
video,
not
but,
like it's not like fucking like he makes a point where it's like, well, yeah, I don't like the MCU Spider-Man movies because of this and this and that and that, but because it doesn't have like the same things as Raimi movies. No, he has to be like, oh, it doesn't have the same heart as the Raimi movies, guys. It's like it feels
He's
like
right.
Mosquito.
He's
It
right.
feels like
He's
Mosquito. So
right.
anytime I hear
He's
that
right.
shit, I'm
He's
like,
right. He's
can I
right.
please
Right.
pull a fucking shotgun
right.
to my mouth?
He's right.
I know he's right. I know he's right.
Oh,
Listen,
so wait.
and
You're complaining that he's right. You're complaining that he's correct.
I'm not
You're
complaining that he's right.
complaining
I'm just
that he's
Well,
That's all I hear.
I think the thing with High Top, the thing with High Top is like definitely it's the same thing with like Nostalgia Critic, where they'll usually not come off as strong, but even when they come off as strong in their
It's
videos,
so
you can tell
fucking
it's like,
annoying.
bro, I can guarantee you if I actually got you into a conversation, we would just agree to disagree the whole time.
It just sounds so
Critic's way
fake.
funnier.
It
I don't know
sounds
what
so
you're-
fucking fake.
No, I
Nostalgia
don't know why you
Critic.
Yeah,
compare
Nostalgia
this
Critic is funny.
Nostalgia Critic's hilarious.
Nostalgia Critic has got Nostalgia Critic has got
I
jokes,
love.
but it's
I
like the same
love-
kind of person where you get them into a conversation, they're all like, "Oh, agree to
At least he has
disagree.
sauce. Bro.
Oh, I see
Nostalgia
your
Critic
point of
has sauce.
view." Yeah, it's like
High
it's,
Top
Nostalgia
makes
Critic-
good points, but he just sounds so fake when saying them. So it's
Nostalgia
like,
Critic.
are
I
you
love
true?
one of
Are
his.
you right?
I love one of his in Spider-Man 3, one of his points in that review was we have to give an Oscar to the black people in this movie because of the Tobey Maguire and Gwen Stacy dancing scene where they have to pretend to be like all for it. I don't know. It's such a stupid point he made, but it was so funny the way he was saying it. The way he makes every point is fucking funny. Like where he was like in the first Raimi Spider-Man movie when Peter was like, you know, I had a father, his name was Ben Parker, and he says, well, I'm Ray Skywalker, but we can't all be who we want to be. It's like... The Nostalgia Critic's hilarious. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I like Nostalgia Critic.
Was that supposed to be a point? That's a shit-ass point.
No, if these are supposed to be points, they're shit-ass points, but he's still funny.
Yeah.
No, like those are.
It's like when people go after Donkey. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like, he's funnier than you. Like, he's funny. He's funny.
Schrodinger's donkey.
Well, Kronos, I think we watched, like, a good while ago.
No quantum stuff. No quantum stuff. It's the weekend.
And
I just watched the Devil May Cry show. No quantum references.
We watched the entirety of Nostalgia Critic's Batman Forever review, I think, like, 3 years ago, Kronos. And we were just shitting on it, shitting on it left and right.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, Comic Legend shat on Nostalgia Critic's review of how Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
We did do that.
Dude, I feel like you could just get...
That was last year.
You could get hilarious mileage out of responding to Nostalgia Critic just for the fucking funnies.
Dude, like, you remember the time a Nostalgia Critic dropped the N-word in one of his reviews?
Wait, what?
No.
Oh no, that's news to
He did
me.
do that. He actually did do that. I remember.
He dropped the
wild.
N-word in one of his videos when he was talking about a movie.
That is wild.
What movie was this?
Hold up.
I don't know, but all I know is that the scene was like some old bearded man, like in prison.
Probably Bambi.
And all the inmates were black.
Bambi.
And then he said something.
Here. Here's the video.
No way. All right.
Oh no, no, dude, no.
What? It's real. I promise you, it's real.
No way. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Dude, how come nobody gets on him for this? Or maybe they have and I just missed it.
I assume they did.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nostalgia Critic is one of those few people that's like he's been canceled like quite a few times for like shit.
Yeah,
just
always change the channel shit.
Yeah, the hashtag change channel shit, like all. Yeah, and he's still around. It's just one of those people.
Having fun.
They're still trucking.
He's being the junk.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah,
that's why I like AVGN as well, because I know most people say like, oh, AVGN's like videos aren't as good as they used to be, and yeah, sure, they're not as great, but like, it's still just like really nice and like fun and like still refreshing from all like.
Find
all
the videos for
He's
yourselves.
having fun despite everything.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Like, did you guys ever watch Normal Boots?
Normal Boots.
I think I.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy is
wearing normal
accusing me
boots?
of being afraid to bring him on stream.
Oh yeah,
This-
yeah.
Hang on, this is the Colin fan that Jack Kettner and I debated. So I'm gonna bring him on very briefly.
Oh my god.
Just very
Oh
briefly.
hell yeah,
Just
brother.
for something
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Oh, it's
am I
this
allowed
guy.
to know? Am I allowed to know their age range so I know whether or not it's like fair if I make them cry?
We're about to find out their age.
Let's
We're
just
about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out. You know what, brainstorming?
Trial and
You've
error.
been
Trial and error.
bugging so much lately. You know what? I'll give you a shot.
All right, get in the
Lord.
VC, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Get your ass in here. You silly goose.
Yo, this is my first Thumpcast too.
You're in brainstorming. You're in.
Yo, brainstorming. Get in the VC. Get in the
Storm
VC,
that brain!
bro.
Wait.
Storm that brain!
We about to storm that brain of yours, dog.
Okay. Can we know what you debated him on previously? I don't want to like have to repeat what you said.
We
No,
debated a bit of the car situation. We debated
Okay.
Oh my
doxing.
What?
The ethics of
Okay.
doxing.
Are you fucking?
Yes. we did debate on the Marvel
The
rival
ethics of
situation.
doxing.
The ethics of doxing. Okay.
Ethics of
Okay.
doxing.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we touched on like the big main points in the videos, and we just started roasting him at the end. Like even the moderator Jane just started roasting him. So I just figured, you know what? I'll just pull brainstorming in. If he wants in so badly, he wants in so badly.
Was he just spamming you to get in?
He's begging. He's been begging all day.
Well, then where are they?
Yeah, where are they?
Come on, motherfucker!
If you don't get in, I'm gonna remove you. If you don't get in,
No. Give him time. Give him time. Give him time.
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is. Look who finally showed up.
Look-
Brainstorming.
What's
What
up?
is your
Showed up,
disagreement?
What's
Tell
up,
us
What
about
is your
it.
disagreement?
What's the disagreement?
That was one.
My
What's up,
disagreement
bro?
is your education.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, that's your
He's got his
response.
big boy pants on.
Oh my god.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
Also,
Speak up. Speak up.
Hey, speak up.
also, where's what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, spit
Wait,
it
wait,
out. Come on, spit it out.
Spit it
got-
Do
out.
you have
Spit
your
it out.
lessons? Do you have your lessons
got
in
this.
debate training? Because I actually have full debate training.
That's all I hear, bro. That's all I hear.
Wait.
Motherfucker.
No. Wait. I got a question. Brainstorming. Were you the captain of your debate team in high school?
Yeah.
That's not a fair question. They probably still are. So
Oh
that's the kind
man.
of question.
Wait,
you need to ask.
are you still the captain? If you're still the captain, that's quite an achievement. How long have you been the captain?
I was the captain for about like 2 years.
Oh my god, this is so
Okay,
sad.
sure, buddy.
See, these are the kind of questions
Well,
we should be
at least
asking.
I actually was 2 years. That's better than you guys. So.
You guys, I
So
just got
that
here.
makes you 15.
Yeah, you guys said high school. I that was a long time ago, motherfucker.
You
All right,
sound
how
like
old
you're
are you then?
12.
That
How old are you then?
that
You sound
doesn't
like
help
you're
you. I'm just
You
saying.
sound like you're
mean.
like 5 years old, dude.
How old are you?
It's not your business.
It's high school.
No, it is
Brainstorming. I got a
our
question.
business.
I got a
No,
question
this
for
is
you. I got a
vital
question for you.
information.
Do you think it's a
Wait,
good thing to hang
I-
on? Do you think it's a good thing to drive 120 miles per hour on the road? Do you think that's good?
You think that's a good thing?
Honestly, no.
Then-
Oh, really? Well, that's what your idol's
Okay.
doing. So
Nice.
That's what your idol does.
yeah,
He could have killed himself or other people.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think it's doxing when someone calls you out on it? You think
someone
it's
call-
okay to dox if
um,
someone calls you out on it?
Okay. First off, he doxed him for over the captain. That wasn't even.
That's not
over the
doxing. That's
captain.
believing. That's not doxing. That's believing, smartass.
Really,
Guys, if you
so
believe something, you
apparently,
You
His
should be
worst
doxed.
crime was believing something false. Boo hoo. He didn't fucking dox his address or anything. Colin literally doxed his fucking face.
He was
because his
literally
worst
Yeah,
crime
that's
misinformed,
literally
bro.
what I
was-
just
yeah,
said.
was being
Literally what I
misinformed.
just said.
That's
Side note,
literally
anyone
what I
notice
just
he-
said.
No, you didn't. That's not
That
what you
is
just said.
literally
You
what
just
I
you
just
just
said.
said
Like,
you just said that he
Literally
also
what I
doxed
just
with a
said,
fucking
you goofy
doxed.
goober.
So that makes no sense. You're,
Quit being disingenuous.
Quit being
Quit being disingenuous. I know.
Whatever.
You should.
Okay. So brainstorming.
Was the debate club class like a special ed class? I have to
It's debate. It's your debate class.
I'm right. All right. Thank you for proving me right. Thank you for proving me right. Thank you. That's how
What is your education? If we're gonna go into this, what is
My
your education?
I'm education,
Debating?
motherfucker. What's your education?
That's not an
PhD in quantum
You
dynamics.
just know you.
Damn!
Know you your question. You just know you your question.
Oh yeah, well, I have
So
one
what's
warning.
yours?
First lesson.
I have
Never,
one warning.
never say you're
Never
either a Mario or
do.
Sonic fan.
Always
You have
A.
Your fan bases come at you, and those fan bases will debate.
You're a
you
Colin
for the
fan.
whole
Don't
time.
talk about Mario and Sonic fan. You're a Colin fan. You are a Colin
Oh,
fan.
you're a Sonic
You are a fan of a Joker 2 defender. You are a fan of a guy who drives at 120 miles per hour on the road and goes, well, no, I was on the road, so it's okay.
Your voice
And also,
sounds so funny.
right? Even if you
You're a
didn't kill
fan
his
of a
cat,
guy
it's
who
pretty-
thought Jack the Ripper was a fictional character.
Listen, even if the guy didn't kill his cat, it's pretty fucking telling that we all believe this. Like, it just goes to show how much of a dick he is.
I mean, it wouldn't be out of character for him to be reckless like that because he drives 120 miles per hour on the road where he almost kills people. That's not even out of character for him.
And dude,
Really? Yeah, proof of that.
Driving that
He admitted it in his video. Did you watch it? He admitted
it. Fucking idiot. Where's the proof? It's in his fucking video. Do you not watch your idol?
Did you watch it?
Do you not watch your Elon Musk idol?
That's deleting you, dumb motherfucker.
Yes, good, you dumb motherfucker.
You fucking idiot. The big club my ass. The big club my ass.
If you were in the debate club, you were kicked out day one.
Bro, you're the teacher for? What the fuck is going on?
Okay, yeah. Wait, brainstorming.
I'm losing my mind right now.
I just want to preface real quick that Kronos is a 77-year-old history professor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, really?
So as
really?
captain of the debate team, you are familiar with the concept of reasoning, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's do some reasoning real quick. So the guy you're defending admits to doing something you think is bad, right? Yeah. Okay. He also admits that it is entirely his fault that the bad things happen to him, right?
I don't know.
When you don't know.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, I know because he says in his video that it was his fault his car broke.
All right, Bugs Bunny, because you have a spray as Bugs Bunny. I have the coyote of, I forget the fucking name of that dumb motherfucking coyote. What the fuck? Anyways, I'll have that guy
Yeah,
come
the coyote. What the fuck is
What's
a
a
coyote?
coyote?
The fuck? What is a coyote?
Coyote?
That's so fucking dumb.
You mean coyote?
Coyote.
You mean
You don't know what a coyote is?
Holy shit, you just said it wrong. What the fuck? What is this? Why you lost? What?
This is your brain on Colin. This is what happens when you're a Colin fan.
This is the Colin fan.
Okay, can I just clarify something?
All right.
And I want to give the benefit of the doubt here. Okay?
You really shouldn't.
I understand what it's like being 14 and your dad calls you stupid all the time. And if that is the case, and you're projecting, I do feel bad. And that's... Hey!
Bad.
Is that what you're feeling?
Let the adult talk.
Right?
Let the adult talk.
I am understanding.
Let him talk.
You need to chill
Actually,
out.
hang on. I'm going to Burger King. You want anything from Burger King? I could get you a burger.
You sound like you're about to cry, dude.
You're about to cry.
Okay,
I'll bring you a
anyways,
burger, motherfucker.
I'm about to cry. You're about to cry.
That's a nice projection.
Wait, everybody. Back to mispronouncing the names of animals. What was that about Wile E. Coyote?
Coyote.
Oh, yeah, Wile E. Coyote, my bad.
Funny then, because you don't know that damn coyote that he kept beating over and over
Coyote!
again.
It's Coyote!
Oh my god. Oh my
His
god.
name.
This
His
is
name.
It's not
the
Coyote.
highlight of my day.
There
This
are
is the highlight of my
everyone
day.
stop. There are multiple things. First of all, Bugs Bunny's arch enemy is not Wile E. Coyote. It's Elmer Fudd, who's British. Wile E. Coyote is the arch enemy of the Roadrunner. And third of all, it's Wile E. Coyote, not Coyote. Because I know what the fuck a coyote is, and he's a professional genius. And
You don't go outside.
Bugs.
You don't, if you don't know what coyote is. Oh. Like how you failed to save Colin's reputation. I mean, you always talk about him. You always talk about him. Kronos, ask him the history questions. Ask him the history questions. Oh shit. Oh shit. Did it? Oh shit. Hold up. It went. Oh no. Hold up. It just went fucking silent for no reason. Give me a moment.
Oh, man.
Fixed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it does that.
Anyway.
But it does.
To history.
This guy's Stark he actually had balls.
Really?
It's
Well,
because you
no.
don't have balls.
Starkstar at least understands that not to listen to Colin.
No. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Also, but
Well, I mean, I have
Starkstar
to
has a
tell my
functioning
fucking
brain.
thing
That's
about
not
this
that
today.
bad.
You know, but that's besides the point.
I'm about to destroy your Sonic fandom.
That's all.
That's why Mario is way better than Sonic, you dumb motherfucker. Because they
You
actually
sound
won.
upset. Are you upset?
dumb
Bro,
motherfucker.
you
name
sound upset.
name
Are
a
you
Mario
upset?
game that's fun. Name a Mario game that's fun for like past an hour, because every Mario game gets boring after an hour.
Ooh.
That's
Super Mario
bullshit.
Odyssey?
No. Don't piss me off during this thing.
You stay out of this. This has nothing to do with you. Stay in your Zelda lane.
I knew you should.
Mario Odyssey? Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
You get the possessed animals
Yo, yes, you
and
can.
inanimate
Yes,
objects.
you can take that?
What, you don't like possessing a frog? You don't like possessing a giant
You
rock?
don't
No.
like
Can we
possessing
stop
a
this?
frog?
Why are we
No,
putting me on
I
this
like
guy's
saving
side?
them. That's
I
why I
don't
play
want to
Sonic
defend
3.
Mario Odyssey with him. Okay? Can we derail?
You don't know
Don't
what
defend
happened
it, you
to him.
fucking idiot! It's a good game! I know it is!
Damn.
Sonic Unleashed
Sound
Predator.
like you're about to cry, you dumb motherfucker.
You sound hysterical as hell right now.
I think we're getting anywhere.
Dude is losing his mind.
No, he sounds.
This is
sounds
the average
insane,
Colin
like your average
fan.
Colin fan.
Anyone.
Yeah, this is your average Colin fan.
This is your average Colin fan.
This is what Colin does all the time. Like,
This
What's
is
your
the kind of
favorite-
fans
just to
that he
prevent
calls
himself from
wait.
crying.
just
What is your
fucking
favorite-
stupid
What is
idiots
your
who
favorite
can't
DCEU
think for
movie?
themselves. You know.
Yeah, you can't think for yourself.
CEO of schizophrenia, right here.
What is your favorite DCEU movie?
Oh
I
my
don't care.
fucking God.
Give a
Why do you
shit.
care?
Oh,
What are
man.
we doing?
Not 'cause
What
I
are we
was- I was-
Why do you
doing?
care?
Wasn't this about Nintendo, bro? Like, what the fuck
Wasn't
happened?
about
That's what I was
Nintendo.
gonna say.
We were like at an end point, so we're just like, we might as well have
Bro's
fun with
just
this guy who's
yapping.
just begging and begging like a little
I mean,
child.
Bro was begging for the
And
attention.
your
So-
teacher
so
show
can you
some
explain
respect
to me-
and it
Show
is
some
marathon.
respect.
I have a
Show
problem
some
with
respect.
today.
And honestly, that's good. You should. This
Hey,
is, this
brainstorming, why don't you show
Brainstorming.
this energy towards
This is
Colin?
pathetic,
Why don't you
dude.
show this energy towards Colin? Because he's a disrespectful little
wait,
ass.
Wait,
Well, I mean, he hasn't had a stream on just yet, so I mean, I can't.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Wait.
I wonder
Brainstorming, I have
why.
a question. Is there
What?
some sort of underlying like problem here you have with your parents that cause you to beg to be on the stream just so we could humiliate you? Like, do you have a humiliation fetish?
No, believe it or not, no.
No,
And
no
I-
shame if
matter
you
of
do.
fact,
I
you guys were
respect-
the one who
I
brought up
respect
Colin.
all
I didn't even
kings.
bring him up.
I
You're the one
respect
who brought
all
him up.
kinks. I respect all kinks, but do you have a humiliation fetish? I just want to know if I'm playing into it.
You sound like you have a cold. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, fine. That doesn't answer my
Oh,
question
really?
though. He got
okay,
you.
He got you.
Real
yeah,
quick.
Kronos.
I'm going to
He got
Burger
you that
King.
cross.
Real
Kronos,
quick,
you do
brainstorming. I want to make sure you know
I'm
who you're
actually
talking to.
generous.
You do realize you are talking to
Kronos.
you are talking to the guy that destroyed Colin's self-esteem.
Kronos.
I just.
Alright,
He
Kronos.
killed your god. He's like
Hey,
Kratos.
Okay, then you deserve.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know if
then
your
I'm gonna
parents
go
are
to-
okay with it, but we respect your fetishes. Do you have a humiliation fetish?
I'm going to Burger King. Do you want
This is
anything from Burger King?
Why are you dodging the question?
I
Wait,
love
why
how
don't
he's
you want to
just
answer the
dodging.
question?
That's
It's a
crazy.
simple yes or no question, my guy.
You sound like
Then
He's
let's
too
go.
scared
Let's
to
really you want
answer.
to
He's
answer
just
the more
dodging.
expecting that the answer is yes.
I am your teacher. It is math time. I have a pop quiz
Kronos
for you
is
right
the
now.
That's a
teacher
nice
here.
Kronos.
dodge. That's a nice
All right.
dodge.
Well,
I
hang on.
already-
Brainstorming.
Why are you
You claim to be the
defending
teacher here, right? So you brainstorming. Did you watch the Kronos versus Colin debate?
Yeah, I saw your
Who
video
won?
where you
Who won?
posted,
Who won? Who
dummy.
won? Who won?
Dummy.
No one won, you dummy.
All right. How is Kronos wrong then? How did he not win?
He isn't
How did
a-
he not win?
He isn't
I
even
didn't
at his
even-
parents'
I
house
didn't
anymore.
even
He's at a
bring
mental
this up, you
asylum.
dummy.
How did Kronos
I'm
not win?
your
How did
teacher now.
no, wait, brainstorming. How did
Is
Kronos
that what
not
your father
win?
calls
How did
you?
he
Does he
not
call
win
you a
that
dummy?
debate?
I know,
What
because
father?
Colin literally said, okay, I'm not going to stay around and keep interrupting me.
I
You're like,
thought you
okay,
wrote that.
goodbye, we don't care. So, I mean, you didn't really win.
Dom, send the image.
But he made the correct
Yeah, he
arguments.
won because
What
he
image?
left.
Yeah,
Really?
he left. We
The
didn't make him
mom and
leave.
dad reaction
He
thing.
chose to leave.
Yeah, he chose to
you said
leave.
why, you
because he couldn't
dumbass?
have-
And
He
Yeah,
chose to
because
leave
he was
after he was
interrupting-
already
he
losing the
interrupted-
debate.
Wait, SK, you realize he interrupted first, right? Like he
did.
interrupted Comic Legend first
Well, that's
before I
something you
interrupted
guys
him.
do quite a lot.
Mhm.
So I'll say all you interrupt people quite a lot.
Okay, so then his argument for leaving doesn't make sense, right?
Yes.
Because he can't leave for being interrupted after being the first one to interrupt. That would
Yeah.
make him a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I never said it was
You
the
were
right thing.
captain
I
of the
was just
debate
saying
club, you
that
should know this.
you dumbass. You are so stupid.
Okay, so then if you agree, that he was,
I know, right?
but then if you agree that he was wrong, if you agree that his logic was wrong for
Sounds so
leaving,
fucking nasty.
then how did we not win? How did I not win?
Yeah, Kronos is the Omni-Man in this situation,
literally
and Colin
quit.
is the Homelander here.
All right,
He
Bugs
literally
Bunny.
quit.
God damn,
It
it's
is-
so hard.
It is time for a pop quiz. What is SK's new nickname?
Wow, what a
Ooh.
fucking pivot. What a fucking
please.
pivot.
I know this
I
one.
love
Wait,
how
wait,
you
wait.
keep
I know this one.
dodging.
I know
That's
this one,
crazy.
SK. It's wait. I know this one, SK. It's
He
the
dodges
Kate's
more than a
creator, right?
politician, bro.
I just
the cake grater?
brainstorming. Do you actually think Colin made solid arguments against Kronos?
You guys keep bringing up Colin, man. SK,
No, but
you're
that was
And
when you
answer
were
the
just debating.
question,
You were just
because
debating that.
keep-
You were just
always
debating
defend
that.
him, bro.
You're the one who brought it up, motherfucker. I didn't want. I
Well,
wanted to
yeah,
talk
but
about
you
the
brought him
Switch.
up to
I mean,
begin with
yeah,
because
well,
you're the fan of him. You're
yeah,
the fan of him.
exactly, bro.
I literally wanted
That's
to talk
why I
about the
wanted to
Switch.
get into
You're
the call.
literally the fan of him. You're
No,
the fan
yeah,
of him.
sure it
'cause
is.
You're
Sure,
defending
that's
him.
why.
I
I'm
wanted
sure
to
of
talk
it.
about how dumb you are about the Switch.
You are, but oh,
What are you
well,
talking
how are we
about
done
the
about the Switch?
Switch?
How are we done about the Switch? How are we done about the Switch?
Oh,
Because you
no.
complained that it's
All
too
right,
expensive.
at least now we're getting back to Switch.
Yeah,
discussions.
come on,
Fuck.
brainstorming.
Oh
Explain,
my
explain your
god!
point. Explain
Yes,
your point.
your parents are gonna buy the Switch for your birthday. Wow, we can't afford it because we're working adults.
I don't even think he has parents. I just think
Great
I don't even think he has parents. I just think he's calling from a mental institution.
It's a Make-A-Wish. It's a Make-A-Wish donation. It's a Make-A-Wish donation.
Oh,
Don't make fun of Make-A-Wish. That place is
this
a really nice
is
place.
crazy.
All right, you want? I'm actually not even being crazy right now. You want my crazy mode? Okay.
No, you already
Guys,
are.
he's gonna
Crazy
unleash
is
the
your
You want my
beast.
crazy
Wow.
mode? Cough says nothing.
You're gonna
He's about to
go.
unleash the beast. Stand
All
back.
right, SK.
You wanna get
my new
Brainstorming
favorite-
Unleashed. Dun,
Your
dun,
new
dun, dun,
move,
dun. Do, 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 do.
This is so gay.
This is
Wow,
so-
wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
You do
Wait,
know.
are you gonna make an actual point about the Switch too, or are you gonna keep fucking like breaking?
Yeah, you're gonna
literally
keep crying.
I was literally talking about it.
Well, speak up, speak up.
Talking about Colin. Dom,
Yeah.
stop.
Right?
No.
Yeah, you complain
And-
that's too expensive.
Okay.
And what's
Yeah.
the problem with that?
What? Yeah.
Why is that? Why is it wrong to complain about its price?
I don't know, because if you
I don't know.
You don't have a job. You're 13.
I am an adult, motherfucker. I have a
You
job.
know how you were probably able to get the first Switch. It was because it was cheaper. Now
It wasn't
it's
born when the first
not.
one came out. Shut up.
Now it's gonna be instead of it going to be like $200 or $300, it's gonna be near your more than your fucking rent.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna.
Bitch.
Okay. Now I have one thing to. I have a few things to say. One.
You have nothing to say because you've been yapping this entire fucking time.
Yeah, you. This is just a big old yap session. This is a big old yap session.
This is a big old yap.
Big old, you're the yappers, motherfucker. I literally tried to lay out.
Dude,
my
Yeah,
listen
you
to
know, I find it
yourself.
funny. Wait, PJ. I find it funny he's telling us to stop yapping. That's so funny, man.
That's ironic as
That's some
fuck.
crazy projection right
No,
there.
wait. I want to hear. I want to hear
the
the guys. Shut up. I want to hear the logic of the captain of the debate club when he explains to us why it's wrong to criticize the Switch for being as expensive as it is. Go ahead.
He's probably a janitor.
Because you guys should just have jobs. You know, be able to pay for it easily. Your friend SK literally goes by that logic. So why
That's
can't you?
ironic as
That is
fuck.
literally
Where do you
What?
That is
get that, bro?
so insane.
That is a really
There is
stupid
no way
argument.
you're allowed to be captain of the debate
So
club for the
here's
year.
the thing.
So you're
Here's the
lying
brainstorming.
in school about being the captain of the debate club. You're lying.
Go on,
There's no
Kronos,
kid
go
I
on,
lying
Kronos.
actually
being
am a
of the debate
captain,
club.
you motherfucker.
Of what?
Let
Captain from what?
Let
Captain of the
Kronos
fucking
cook, let Kronos
Olympics?
cook.
Club.
I
Let
told you
Kronos
I'd
cook.
actually your
Let Kronos
cheaper.
cook. No, Kronos already
I'm
destroyed his
motherfucker.
father. Let's see him destroy his son.
brainstorming. The problem with that argument, brainstorming, is that it only works on people who don't have jobs. It doesn't work on people who do have jobs. That's like a key flaw with that argument.
All right, so you have
You understand
a
that, right?
job, and how come you can't pay for it?
I can. I would just rather not. That doesn't make any sense.
You're saying this. You're saying this as if the console.
You're complaining for no reason.
Hold up.
Are you willing to pay $1,000 for a bottle of water?
No.
Why
not?
Okay, brother, you're
Why?
saying
You can
this.
afford it.
Yeah, you're saying
afford
this
it.
as if it's a need. You're saying this as if getting the console is a need. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, we have the water bottle.
If it was a need, it would be even worse.
We
right?
have the right to complain because we don't need the console, but it's gonna be the future.
Dude, people complain about gas prices even though they can
Gaming is
afford
a
it.
hobby,
Don't
bro.
pay it, motherfucker.
We don't, bro. No one wants to cost $80 just on a fucking hobby to fucking
Wait,
chill in our downtime.
hang on. $80 is not
you're
something
hanging
for
in, bro.
someone with a job.
What?
Well, I mean, SK says that apparently wasting $200 to have a debate with someone isn't too much. I mean, apparently $80 isn't too
What?
much.
I was trolling. Okay, I was trolling. I was
There's
trolling when I said
no
if you
way
want to
this
debate me,
motherfucker
pay $200.
There
That's
is
a
no
troll.
way.
Really? Because I literally asked if it was a troll, and you literally said no.
Well, like, yeah,
Oh
it was.
my god!
I'm
Wow,
so
you
lost.
Are you?
So,
Were you born last night? Like I know
Rage
you were
bait
definitely
successful,
born.
I guess.
You were definitely born yesterday.
I don't know how
It's
to
not-
solve
Rage
that.
bait
It's not because I
successful.
brainstormed for all you.
That's like Grant Paulson saying, "I thought you guys were trolling at first, but when you told me you're being serious, it was."
That impression is crazy.
Quick
That's a
question,
great
SK.
argument.
I need you to. I need you to be a. I need you to be a serious. Serious answer. That's someone else right here with me. Okay?
That's all.
As someone else with me, so I need you to answer a serious question.
No.
What?
No,
we can't answer.
barely your
We
SK
can't-
now. SK now balls.
We can't.
All right.
We can't answer a serious question because you're not a serious person.
You're not serious at all, bro. It is so obvious.
Oh, I mean, you're not serious. You're not a serious person.
You're
I'm a dumb
either a
motherfucker.
troll or
You
you're
are-
genuinely a fucking goofball.
Or
both.
insane, or just
You
genuinely
could be insane. You could be in like a fucking mental institution for all we
Yeah,
know.
you could be fucking mad as
I
well.
have.
It's taped to mental
I have
asylum
just the
patient.
person to
He's on one of the
knock me out
guards'
bed.
computer right now. He just
He's a
broke out.
janitor.
Off his computer.
He's a janitor.
He's a janitor.
Yes. I'm not a janitor, motherfucker.
You must
I'm
be the
a janitor
record for the
now.
youngest janitor.
He
in the
he claimed to be a manufacturing person, like he's in the manufacturing industry.
That's a bullshit. That's bullshit.
All right,
What
you
person
I
is in the manufacturing industry?
have just the
Captain
person to
of a
knock me
debate
down a
club.
peg.
You can't have both.
You're never gonna
You
expect
can't
this.
be captain of a debate club and have a job. Those people don't exist. So choose which person you're
I
pretending to
actually
be.
thought you would have been like,
Please.
"Oh, what the fuck was that?" Okay, you can leave now. I don't give a fuck. Leave.
What?
What?
I was
Oh,
talking
there's
to
someone else, you
yourself.
dumbass. Why the fuck do you think
Was
I
it
was
your mom?
talking? It's someone else.
Who are you talking to?
His mom?
Yelling at his mum.
None of your
Who are
business,
you
dumb
talking to
bitch.
like
None
that,
of your
dude?
business.
Who are you talking to like that? That is so
Oh my god, he
disrespectful.
is.
my God.
Oh my god, he is.
Who are you talking
Oh my
to
god,
like
he
that?
is.
Wait, everyone shut up,
Yes,
everyone
you
shut up,
are.
everyone shut up, everyone shut up.
Okay,
You talk to your parents
Alright,
like that? Like, what's wrong with you?
Okay, your new name is
No,
Balls.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
gonna
We
bring you
gotta
as Balls
address
from
that,
now on.
dude.
Yeah, we
Why
gotta
are you
address that.
talking
You're
to your mom
disrespectful
like
to your
that?
family. Do you care about your family? Do you care
Why
about
are
your
you so
family?
disrespectful to
Alright,
Do
them
you
like
care about
that?
your family?
Your Balls. Your grandfather
about your
thinks,
family?
thinks of you as a
Do you
failure.
care about your family?
Oh no.
You
Oh
care about-
no,
what?
dude.
Why are you being so disrespectful to your parents like that?
Do you care about your
No,
family?
no, 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 no. Quick
Do you care
dodge.
about your
Bro.
family?
You gotta-
Do you care about your family?
Do you
Do you
care about your family?
Your dad
Do you
Do you
care
care
about
about
your
your
family?
family?
Do you care
Do
about
you
your
care about
family?
your family?
You guys sound like bots.
Why are you laughing like a psycho when we ask if you care about your family?
Because you guys sound like bots.
Do you care about your family?
You guys are
Do
bots.
you care
Do you care
about
about
your
your
family?
family?
Nah, he is actually like going like fucking insane right now. Like no joke.
Going
He is
insane.
going
You're
fucking
going
Okay, but-
insane
but
because you're
seriously,
broken
though,
because I beat you
Brainstorming.
16 times.
Why are you talking to other people in your house like that, bro? Like, who
So
was that?
disrespectful.
Why are you being so disrespectful like that?
Do we need
No,
to time
bitch,
you
I
out to
don't
teach
even
you a
give a
lesson?
fuck
Why are you
what
being so
want.
disrespectful
You know
like
it's a
that?
fucking
Do we
chicken
need to
soup.
teach you a
Get the
lesson?
fuck outta
Why are you
here.
being so disrespectful like that,
He's
though?
still going.
Still dude, what is happening?
What gives, dude?
That's my fucking stepsister. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Why are you being rude to
Why are
your
you talking to your
stepsister?
stepsister
Do you care
like
about your
that?
family?
Bro, I don't
That
even
doesn't
talk to
change
my
anything. Why
I
are
don't
you
even
being
talk
so
to my
disrespectful to
stepsister
her?
like that, dude.
That is
But
so
I don't talk to
disrespectful.
mine like that.
You know
Why
what?
are
I
you being
think
disrespectful like that?
brainstorming. You need to
That's
be put in
family.
timeout. You can't be acting this way.
Put it time out.
You need to act more appropriate around your family. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
insane, man.
god! What the fuck just happened?
What the fuck was that, dude?
That was
Okay,
insane.
okay.
I was just so curious to see how that would turn out, and that was beyond hilarious.
Dude,
So
That was
not
the
only do we
greatest
have a
thing
Switch
That was just a
discussion,
bunch of yapping. Like,
I
what
was
the
gonna.
fuck?
I don't even think that was a disagreement day. That was lit in the mentally fucking insane way.
No. God damn.
Dude, that was.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was like how EFAB
Oh,
was
shit, my phone.
vulnerable Republican.
What'd you do, PJ?
Puny
I dropped
gesture.
my phone. PewDiePie.
Bro.
My
Dude,
name's
actually, you know what this reminds me of? Like a little bit. This reminded
What?
me of how EFAB pushes around remarkable Republican that one stream. Because he's so monumentally dumb.
That's crazy.
During that one
I
Christmas
can't believe he
stream.
talked to his family like especially
Bro,
when you're
that,
that
like,
annoying
threw me
a
off guard
person,
by a lot.
you
I thought that
really
was his
gotta,
mom.
like,
I thought
make
that was
an
his mom.
effort.
That had me scared for a second. I was like, bro, do not do that.
I
Dude,
mean, even
imagine his
then,
mom
like, why are
comes
you
on
talking
stream.
to like your
Your si-
stepsister like that?
Yeah,
bro?
like even like listen, bro. Like I have a stepsister too, and I love my stepsister, even though we both piss each other off. But dog, that is still.
Dude,
family.
he's
Like,
back
you don't
in the
do
chat
that.
right now saying
Yeah.
he just said to us, "You guys get an F in class," and he said Colin is Homelander. It's like, okay, Colin is Homelander, and Kronos is Omni-Man. Kronos is Omni-Man in that
He's
case.
a bitch then. He's a bitch then.
So,
If you've
so
seen-
you
if
just
you've
called
seen-
him a pussy.
If
you
you've
called
seen the
your
death
idol a
battle
pussy.
between Homelander and Omni-Man, and you've also seen Kronos versus Colin, you will know exactly why I'm saying Kronos is Omni-Man and Homelander's Colin.
Dude,
Who's
if he's
Superman?
Homelander, he's an egotistical bitch with mommy issues. Is that it?
Well, it's
He's
not that.
calling
It's that Omni-Man basically bullied Homelander the whole time. Like, he already knew he was gonna win, and he could have ended it at any point, but he just toyed with him.
It's a
That's
death
what-
battle.
I'm going to feed you.
And this is Homelander's son. This is Homelander's son.
This is Homelander's son.
Ryan.
Oh my god, I'm glad I got this notification. Hold on. I'll post it here.
I am. That is
There
one of the
That
greatest
was
things
awesome.
that's ever happened.
That was amazing.
That was so
There we
goofy.
go. Posted that.
Oh damn! Not possum reviews being stupid. That's crazy.
Hey, chat, just remember, we don't talk to
Yeah.
family like that.
On God.
Yeah,
dude.
be respectful to your family. man.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, Dom Toretto from Fast and Furious would not be proud.
Family.
Family.
Trump has exempted electronics from tariffs. You can stop calling for his assassination because of your precious soy console now. Oh my, that is such a cope argument, because like, oh, well, it doesn't apply to electronics. It's like, oh, that's wonderful. What about the other stuff that's monumentally important for the economy? It's like, you see how that's kind of like an admission. It's like, well, at least it's not for the consoles.
What about
That
my
is such
a-
McDonald's?
That is actually the stupidest shit I've ever read.
That is such cope.
Man.
Oh, possum, you silly sausage.
I don't think he has a sausage.
No.
I wouldn't want it. I don't think any of y'all would either.
Oh,
Like, I have standards.
but
You got
yeah,
standards?
like, I think that covers a lot of what we're talking about regarding the Switch. Honestly, I'd be down for more gaming discussion streams. That would be cool if we did more
I
of
would
these.
love.
I'm
I mean,
down-
that's
I'm down too,
that's
they're
my
chill as hell.
forte.
Yeah.
You need a
I'm
discussion
You
down.
with the
know,
monkey.
yes, we could actually do a Sonic Adventure 2 one and kind of go into detail about
I
that
do
game.
think we need to do that. At
We
some
do.
point, because,
Let me be there. I want to piss people off too.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we'll bring Liam for it too.
Liam's gonna
Actually,
go off.
we'll see if we could bring Gaming Rift as well, because he played the game recently on his stream. He fucking hates the game. He is like, he was raging the whole time. He hates
It's funny
this
because
game.
it's not.
most of the like well, I would say criticisms, but I want to say cope because it's funny. Most of the cope people say about Adventure 2 battles that you're playing it on PC. The battle's different to like the Dreamcast one. It's the same game. Like it's still janky as fuck. It still has like a weird level designs. It's just.
I mean,
it's
what would
bad,
change about like
overrated.
the coding, for example, like the coding of the physics and stuff like that? Like, how is that affected by the porting? I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert, I'll admit, but like, I don't see how that would change in particular.
I only play Adventure 2 for mods, and that's it. Even then,
You'd be
it's
surprised. Sonic
usually
Adventure 2
about
is
how the
goated.
engine runs.
So, okay, I haven't fully said this, right? You want to hear my hot take about Sonic Adventure 2?
Say it.
Sonic
say
Adventure
it,
2.
say it.
Sonic Adventure 2 is a 4 out of 10. It's not a good game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I'm
said
just being
it.
for real.
Dude, that's your hot
Everyone
take?
spam me on Twitter.
Dude, that's your hot take. Like you said that a long time ago.
No, I didn't
I don't think
really
it-
announce. I've said it on servers, yes, and just in passing, but I haven't said it in like a YouTube thing.
Yeah, you gave it a 4, while Liam gave it a 6. So yeah.
That might go
Interesting,
down.
because I'd give it 5,
I'd also
Fi-
give it a
5,
5. I'll be
4 is
generous.
fair.
and that's being generous for like
Yeah.
Generous.
its time. That's being generous, like considering its time.
Yeah.
Like
It's
if it was a
time.
game that came out now, I would give it like a 4.
If the game came
But
out now,
I
I'd
would
give it
say
like a
it's-
3.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Liam gave it a 6. He anytime I was in call with him and then he was playing it, he was raging his ass off.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was there. He raged so much, especially
Dude,
in the final.
like, that's-
Miguel's like, get out. Starkstar
That's
says
so
no.
funny.
Oh my god.
Of course, Starkstar would say that. His profile picture is Mario.
Wait,
That's
what did
true.
he say?
He said no.
Like in all caps.
Oh.
No, yeah, I'll talk more in depth well, we'll do a stream obviously, and I'm working on a video on the game.
Oh yeah, you. I was gonna
You're
look at the
waiting on that
script.
video.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
send that over when I can.
Yeah, do.
More of the story is play Sonic Unleashed.
Dude, Sonic Unleashed,
Yes,
way
basically.
better. It
And
is
also
so
Project
good.
06.
Project 06 as well.
And also the Sonic Colors 3 Rainbow.
Oh,
this is
man.
not my forte, but I can understand what you're like.
It's better than Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Finally, again, just like I said, like whenever Sega drops the ball, the fans pick it up.
That is the
Even if
crazy
it's-
part. That fans do a
even if-
lot for like the Sonic brand without like being affiliated at all. Like I saw that there was a Sonic Adventure 2 HD remake. It's like, damn, I want to check this out. I really want to see how good that is.
It actually looks really sick. It looks really
It
good.
does.
Dude, say what you will.
Does it
say
get
what
rid
you
of
will
Tails and
about
Knuckles
Sonic.
levels? Because then
Yes.
it could be a possible game.
It's nothing but
So here's the thing.
Sonic and Shadow so far.
If they
Oh, then
actually
that's perfect.
improve the Tails and Knuckles levels, I would actually quite enjoy it.
Get
But,
rid of them.
you know.
Just get rid of them.
Just get rid of
that would
them.
be perfect.
Starkstar said that's a fan game, doesn't count.
Shut the
Crazy
no,
how
who
a fan
cares?
game is doing better than
We
an
know
official
it's
game.
It's doing better.
That's kind of
We
telling
already
it's
know it's
doing
a
better,
fan
bro.
game.
Like a
I mean,
fan
Project
game is doing
06
better
is
than
literally the
official, like an
perfection
official
of
game.
the adventure formula. I don't know what to tell you.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Sadly, it's what caused Sega to completely.
But it was
fucking
made
get
by
rid of it,
fans.
so-
It's not official.
Which is
Damn
why
it.
I say,
Doesn't count.
say what you will about Sonic fans. Like, say what you will about Sonic fans. There's a lot you could say.
There's a
but
lot of
I
talent.
think they're a necessary evil.
A
because of the
necessary
talent.
evil.
They're annoying as fuck with takes, but they are. My God, are they talented?
I mean, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
If you look at that,
exactly, which is why I say it's
Twitter?
a necessary evil.
well, look at that Sonic Unleashed that they're
Recon.
putting on, on PC. That
Yep.
support the 360 version. That's like one of the highest quality ports, and just in
I
general,
know.
in terms of accessibility, one of the highest quality PC games. Like that is a higher quality port than what most companies would put out. Like
Like
most,
it's
companies
way
put out
better
for
than
official
Sonic
titles.
Colors Ultimate, which they had to re-release.
Insanely better
Yeah.
than the treatments.
Dude, I was on copium.
Which-
I was on copium when that game came out because I was like, everyone was experiencing glitches. I had that shit on PS4 Pro. I did not get any glitches. I just kept on saying on Twitter, every copy of Sonic Colors Ultimate is personalized, and it's like, yeah, it's still Sonic Colors, and there is some cool things to it. It was still just a bad port. It had such a bad launch.
BJ, you want to know who developed the Sonic Colors Ultimate like remaster?
Blind Squirrel.
Yeah, Flying Squirrel Gage. It wasn't even Sonic Team. Which
know.
is fitting because a Flying Squirrel definitely worked on this.
And the thing is, it also, thank God for Shadow Gens then, because it was in house, and even though technically a remaster, it's still like a whole new game in there. It's still like fucking great. Peak fiction.
Alrighty, yeah. I don't have a whole lot else to say. I think that was a fun note to end it on.
All I have to say is watch the
Do
monkey.
not say it.
Watch the monkey.
It's a peak movie
The
made by a peak person.
So wait, it's a peak movie because you like the person who made it.
Yeah.
Literally.
No. It's a peak movie because he loves the animal that's in it.
There you go.
Okay, okay.
They love the monkey.
I
The
also
animal.
love the monkey.
All
The
right,
monkey's
so
pretty cool.
yeah, that is what we will do for now. And yeah, definitely in the comments you can suggest certain games for us to like cover and discuss. That would definitely be interesting.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Sonic the Six Story.
Be.
I don't think it's very good. That's what I think.
Yep.
Although, like speaking unironically, I do have a few.
But yeah,
what?
we
You know,
will
SK
see-
loves FNAF, guys. It's his favorite franchise.
We will
It's
see
his
you